on what some call the Christmas Eve of college basketball, the night before conference play. It's one of the most fun times of the season for college basketball, as we have a fantastic matchup for you here on the CBS Broadcast Network. Top 25 matchup, SMU walking into Rick Pitino's St. John's squad in what should be a fantastic matchup. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Samuel Goldberg, and I'm joined alongside by my partner in crime today, Rico. Hopefully, no kids will grab your headset this time here and run off with it.
Man, that is what I'm hopeful for. It is good to be here. It was a great flight to get here. So just super excited to see some good basketball before we get into conference play. Heck, I'm excited to see some numbers beside these teams. So rankings, I want to see everything tonight from both of these teams.
Oh, absolutely. And more importantly, this is definitely a dynamic duo type of matchup. You got a dynamic duo here in the booth. Let's talk about the dynamic duos that you're going to see on the court, starting with the visiting Mustangs of SMU. You 2, 3, 4 extremely talented freshmen, but let's start off talking about Cam Jones and Maury Washington, the dynamic duo. They have just been incredible for this SMU team.
Yeah, I mean, they have. I mean, when you look at what Cam Jones, second leading scorer on this team, putting in 13.6 points per game. He's also contributing a high rate of assists. That's what I like about both of the playmakers here on this team, is the willingness to share the basketball. I love that when you're talking about stars that are not one-dimensional with them. So I think that is something to definitely watch for in this duo.
The SMU as well, 4 of their 5 starters are freshmen, so this SMU team, they're ranked 23rd right now in the SWU poll, and it is just rocket fuel for this team. But let's not overlook this St. John's dynamic duo that they have in Shea King and Keyshawn Shipp. I mean, and especially under the direction of Rick Pitino, I mean, this duo is one of the best in SimWorld Hoops.
Absolutely, and with Rick Pitino, I love his style of coaching dating back to when he was with the University of Kentucky. So I've watched Ron Mercer and all those players that came out of his program, but you could see a lot of those principles with St. John's, and this is going to be a dynamic duo that's more experienced, right? Because you have the junior, you have the senior leading the way, and these guys can absolutely fill it up. They are going to be clutch for this team today, so that is something to watch for, the experience versus really, I think, the youth here that are trying to figure it out on the other side of the ball.
This almost feels like a David versus Goliath type matchup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I do. I think that is exactly what it's going to be. You have SMU that's going to have an uphill battle really all night, and then you have St. John's that should be able to show its strength. But once you tip the basketball up, anything can happen. That's exactly why they play the game.
We're already going to get a change of possession here. There's a illegal screen called on Rourke. So we'll have to wait for St. John's and their offense to get rolling here in this one. Duval, the leading scorer on this team for this SMU squad, has been absolutely lighting it up from the floor. He's wide open at the top of the key and elects not to shoot it. There's a shot from the wing, and it's good. We're off and running here as Cam Jones says, "Damn, Cam," bangs the 3 home, and it's a 3-0 start for this SMU team.
Was that SWBA range? That was deep. That was a great shot right there, and a good play to start off.
Just looking inside runner right there for St. John's. Both teams efficient here to start. They're getting some solid looks. Washington swings it over to Jones. He'll take another shot, and a little bit short. On the rebound.
Yeah, it's interesting because SMU has come out in a bit of a zone early, so let's see if St. John's can really figure this out. Generally, when I'm on the court, I love to really scream out what the team is into so we know where to attack offensively.
Corner 3, no good. Stan in the rebound. Rourke now has it, and Rourke will get called for his second personal foul, and we're not even 2 minutes into this game.
You know what? And I love the way that right now Rutgers has come out and Actually, I mean, they might be wearing SMU uniforms because they've been that tight. They've already caused an illegal screen, and then right there you see a charge. So defensively, I've liked the way that they have really come out today. Or I should say SMU.
I was going to say, are you sure you didn't get any turbulence on your flight?
SMU.
Duvall, quick trigger three, no good. We go right to left. Rourke's going to be a big loss here for this St. John's team early, so we'll see how St. John's can rally around losing Rourke just 2 minutes into this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's always tough when you lose one of your starters that's been out there and is giving you major minutes early on. This is why I think when you're talking about SimWorld Hoops, it's all about can you get contributions from others.
And you see right there, that was a nice shot. St. John's takes the lead back 4-3.
Yeah, I loved how he casually got downhill to the basket, switched over to his left. Nice bank shot right there. A nice calmness and a start here for both teams. But again, let's see what happens. They're still running a bit of a zone here on this side of the ball. And so let's see, if they can really figure it out.
So you down 4-3 here, just a point. Jones over to the far wing, no good. Washington balls a shot up the ball, can't get that one to fall either. Shannon another rebound, he's got 4.
Already eating up the glass, I love that. The activity, I think that's what gets you started on the offensive end, and so he's at a good position now. Let's see if he can use this energy and score.
Nice move right there in the low post by Shannon. And the Mustangs are going to take a timeout. That'll have us take a timeout here on the CBS Broadcast Network. 6-3 advantage for St. John's.
Hello guys, it's me, Coach Brooke Simpson of Lone Star Basketball Club. I always wanted to be a head coach, and SimWorld Sports is a great community that allows anyone to be a head coach. It's the only place where you can live coach games, you get to recruit players, and SimWorld Sports also has a very friendly community that will help you along the way. SimWorld Sports is the only place where you can see the game, be the game.
Essendo pozza di bruciato.
Non sono io l'infiltrato. Mi mancate di rispetto. Le vostre madri si vergognerebbero di voi.
Parla proprio come noi!
Welcome back here at Carnesca Arena. St. John's finding a little bit of luck inside. SMU struggling from beyond the arc. Rico, things definitely going to have to change here as this game goes on for SMU.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so when you look at SMU, they really generally like to run this man-to-man scheme. And so can this man-to-man scheme really hold up against, it looks like, a team that is trying to go inside on you? I mean, I know that when you have that interior post play, they're having some success. I think that generally does beat you down as the game goes along. And so let's see what the response is going to be, I think, defensively.
Barry has checked into the game has checked back into the game, for SMU. Driving on the inside with the little floater. That's good. That's Duvall. Couldn't cash in from the outside, so he takes it inside, and it's a 1-point game.
Nice play from Duvall. I mean, I loved pretty much how he was able to take the basketball down the lane right there, and that's a great way to get started as far as scoring the basketball when you cannot get some jump shots to go down.
Battle for the rebound. The Mustangs will hit it last, and it belongs to the Red Storm of St. John's.
Good activity both ends. Like I like the defensive activity on both ends. I think that both teams are really trying to figure it out what they're doing and trying to figure out what is going to be the best way to attack, I think, offensively on both sides of the ball. So let's see what happens here.
Goes to the far wing here. St. John's need to get a shot off. The free throw line jumper is no good. Rebounded on the play by Washington. Washington now will lead the break. One of the many talented freshmen gets it over to Jones, and his 3-pointers off. Jones, after hitting his first 3-point attempt, has missed his last 3.
Yeah, I think the St. John's, their ability to really get out defensively with the zone is starting to maybe affect that. So that was good. That was good defense that last game. Very good defense.
Keyshawn Ship buries the far elbow jumper. Back to a 3-point advantage here for the Red Storm.
It seems like St. John's is able to get to that mid-range whenever they want to. This is about the second or third time they've been able to get a good shot there.
Cam Jones sees Duval score inside after missing a couple of threes, and he says, okay, sounds good, I'll do that as well. Back to a 1-point game. SMU St. John's top 25 matchup here again, the Christmas Eve before conference play starts. Fantastic runner right there is good for Ship. He's got St. John's last 4 points.
Another mid-range shot. Did you see how they continue to get right to the middle of that defense, and then they're just making that decision from there?
Jones, another missed 3. He's missed his last 4. He's 1 for 5 from deep.
I'll tell you what, he is not shy shooting the basketball right now.
Ship has it down low. There's a mismatch. He hands it off to Quinney. Quinney and the baseline. Around the corner, he's got 10 on the shot clock. Goes to Ship.
I hate the ball movement here. They're just not moving right now.
Ship moves towards the cup, and he leaves no doubt. The layup right there. Ship again. Last St. John's 6 points.
And that's what happens when you have an elite scorer that can take you home, but that set was pretty terrible. I mean, there was really not a lot of player movement there, and they're fortunate that Ship was able to bail them out with that pick and roll late in the clock.
Baseline jumper, no good. Offensive rebound is up and good.
I love
gets called for the foul, and Shannon will go to the line to complete the 2+1 play.
Yeah, I mean, I've loved his activity thus far with Shannon. I mean, certainly, look, the numbers aren't going to wow you, but at 6 and 6, you can tell the activity is there. But the one thing that really sticks out with this young man is his strength. And you see that on full display right there with that rebound inside in the and one.
Jabari Shannon leads the team in made free throws as he deposits that one. And it's a nice run here for St. John's. They're on a 7-0 run here.
And do you see the amount of talking that's going on with Shannon and the rest of the team? He is known for that. And certainly starting to bring the energy. Let's see if maybe he could start to maybe get this team lifted early on. He's definitely feeling it.
This place is loud. Oh, Ship thought he had a clean block. So did the home crowd as the Boo Birds are now out here at the Carnesecca Arena. It's a foul on Ship. Going to the line for the Mustangs is Cam Jones.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking a bit of trash out there. I think that, man, they're just trying to physically impose their will on this team. We talked about it with the David and Goliath kind of matchup here, so let's see what happens. Can SMU really respond? And so this is a great way to do so by really getting to the free throw line, seeing the basketball go in. This is a great way now to get your defense reset. It generally makes it tougher for an offensive team when they're having to go against a set defense versus you're going off in transition.
Second free throw from Jones is all nylon. And it's finally some points for SMU at their first point since the 17-minute mark.
You know, their ability to kind of get downhill, I think it's there, but they just got to take their time and make the shot.
Oh, Keyshawn Ship missing 2 really close shots. Can SMU counter here? It's Jones with it, racing into the painted area. Jones floats it up and in. SMU now on a little bit of a run. 4-0 run here.
And we just talked about it. They have the ability to get down inside. It's just a matter of them finishing.
Shannon, speaking of finishing, can't finish right there on the dunk. 5-on-4, numbers going the other way. Shannon gets back on defense. Jones straight away, three-pointer. No good. He's missed his last 5 now. Jones running down the court is talking to himself right now. He's just not in the right mental state. Shep crossover, goes up with the right hand, no good.
I like him being aggressive though early, and so if I'm his teammate, I'm telling him just continue to keep shooting the ball. We just have to continue to keep defending at a high level. The basketball will eventually start to go down for him.
Jones made the little runner right there, kissed it off the glass. It's a 6-0 SMU run now. Go inside. Turnaround Jay is good. Nice shot. Right there for St. John's and Jay King. First time we've called his name tonight.
Yeah, that was a nice little one-legged step back too. So the confidence to come out there amongst all these good scorers on both sides of the ball and go ahead and chuck that one up.
Jones drives in, left it short. The freshman really looking like a freshman in this contest. Ship dumps it off to King. King guarded exponentially close here on this close side wing. They throw it inside. They have a mismatch. Shannon now getting double teamed. They'll go up. Can't get it to fall, but Duvall is called for the foul. We'll have more free throws coming up here for Shannon.
Yeah, and like we talked about just a couple moments ago with Shannon, I mean, the strength is there. You can tell that he's definitely involved in the game. And I could just tell that the energy is really picked up for his team as he continues to really talks out there during the game. So it's a treat to watch a guy get really amped up here and talking some trash.
Shannon, his first free throw is up and good. And he is absolutely mouthing off right now at SMU. I mean, it is, he is just letting them have it. I'm surprised the officials haven't stepped in here. I mean, he is just mouthing it up right now. I mean, look at this. Even in his free throw, I mean, he is still talking trash. As he takes that one home and he is pointing at Jones over on the bench. Oh, man.
I love it. And he lives at the free throw line. I mean, he leads this team in free throw attempts, and he's going to be there often. And so I think it's just going to be the ability to try to keep him off of his spots. But again, something to look forward to in this matchup because of his supreme strength and ability to get to the boards.
King will get called for the foul as Hale Marco will go to the line to shoot 2 for SMU. Marco, the team captain of this SMU squad.
Man, I love the hair design. Maybe I should get that. I love it.
I don't know, partner. I don't think purple hair would probably be the best on you. It certainly wouldn't look good on me.
Oh man. But doesn't it go along with just really how stoic he is out there for the most part? I mean, that's him. You know what I mean? So I love it. The personalities are definitely coming out in this game, and this guy loves to go out and defend at a high level. So make sure you're looking at that really on that end of the floor when he's out there playing defense.
Marco makes the second free throw. Just a 72% shooter from the line.
Again, he's out there to lock you up. That's essentially what he does. He's just a straight defender, and you need that.
Nice crossover move into the painted area as Marco will get called for the foul. But a fantastic move right there from Elijah Burrell, a sophomore from the Bronx, New York. We'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, and we just talked about, again, how Marco likes to defend, and he just caught him a bit off balance, got into his body, drew the foul. So that is something that you can do against an elite defender is you try to get them up, draw the contact just like he did there, and you're at the free throw line.
First free throw for Burrell is good. It looked like on that play that Marco's ankle might have rolled a little bit as he was trying to defend as he comes out of the game. So that's something that we'll keep an eye on here as this game progresses. His ankle kind of rolled a little bit as he was trying to shuffle back on defense. That's ultimately what had him cause the contact for the foul. Second free throw, no good.
It's all about balance, in the game of basketball. And so if you're off balance, you're definitely going to feel that. And certainly that can affect you on the defensive end.
Ooh, Duvall, a little up and under right there. Shot is good. 4-point contest as we're nearing the halfway mark here in the first.
Yeah, I mean, again, they have the ability to. Well, there's Shannon again. Wow, he is going to work down there.
Yeah, Shannon's having a really good game. He's on pace for a double-double. He's got 5 rebounds and a handful of points.
Yeah, he is going to work like it's the first of the month, and rent is due. I'm telling you what.
10:44 to play here at SMU. Find themselves down 6 here in this contest as they throw the alley-oop. Duval put it in the air. And slamming it home was LaShawn Berry.
Yeah, and that was great too, because I think that's really the first time that I have seen St. John's really go to the man. They had been zoning throughout the game, and so they attacked it immediately.
Here's a quick pull-up from the free throw line by King. That's no good. SMU now, chance to cut this to a one-possession game. That's what they can do here. Duval has it on the far side wing. They throw it inside. For Corbin, the third, he goes up, draws contact, can't make the shot. Center would be called for the foul. Going to the line to shoot to is Deshaun Corbin, the third. The freshman, one of the many freshmen on this team from Asheboro, North Carolina. Coming up next here on CBS, we have another fantastic game for you. All the way down in Houston as Xavier will look to get the victory against a talented Houston squad. So stick around here on the CBS Broadcast Network for that one. It's Corbin. This is that free throw. And that'll prompt some changes here from both these squads.
Can I just say one note too about LaShawn Berry? When I watch him, he reminds me a lot of DeAndre Jordan, that plays for the Denver Nuggets. Used to play for the Los Angeles Clippers, Lob City. I see a lot of similarities with him. And so, I think he's somebody maybe you watch for maybe in the later rounds if he does eventually come out. But that's the kind of game that he reminds me of. And initially, that's what I saw in that lob play.
Very accurate with that as it goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah. That's something he definitely struggles at, for sure. He give you a highlight, but he cannot make a free throw.
That's great defense, though, to make up for it. Gets the block and the rebound, and now he's going to be the point forward and bring it up. Good to see Marco back in the game. Does have a little bit of tape wrapped around his ankle. So it's something to keep an eye on. Marco can't finish the little runner, and often going now on the break is St. John. Shannon leading the break, crosses over, and Corbin will get called for the reach and foul.
Yeah, Shannon's doing a great job as far as really putting defenders on his back right now. And that last time out, you see the defender trying to reach around, clearly getting frustrated from the trash that he's talking out there. But I think he's just trying to bring the level of physicality to the game.
22-18, St. John's leads. Rick Pitino in his second season with St. John's. That one is good. Nice job by Jared Quinney to get in there.
Yeah, that was a nice little finish to his right hand. And, with Rick Pitino, man, he finds success anywhere that he goes. And so, I really want to see what he can do with this team. I think that they're really coming together. That was a great shot right there.
Yeah, Hail Marco. I mean, talk about a Hail Mary shot right there. I mean, he tried to drive in, but it seems like that angle just is bothering him a little bit. Spooner turns around and he is swatted aside. Spot right there in transition. SMU. Marco leads the break. Marco goes inside, throws it inside to Laurie Washington, and it is a one-possession game. Nice finish on the play by Washington.
Man, that was excellent for him to use his size. I loved how they just immediately tacked the middle of the floor in transition right there. Another one of those freshmen that certainly are going to be an impact in this game.
Quinney was out of control, but somehow finished the shot right there. 8 minutes to play here in the first half.
And Quinney is somebody that I think we should be highlighting with his ability to definitely get some scores in this one. So this is a...
Oh my goodness! Was that Laurie Washington giving Keyshawn Shipp the business? Oh my goodness!
Oh man, what a game. I love it at the back and forth right now. 26-24, you're seeing two teams that are just not backing down. the crowd, it's almost like the crowd is not here right now. I mean, you just see two teams literally going at it. This is what you want to see before you go into conference play.
They're swinging the ball around St. John's. They have to get a shot off. 1 second. Shot is blocked. They put up another one. That one's off. Ship, though, is there for the third opportunity, turning trash into cash, collecting the offensive rebound and putting it up for 2.
Man, look what you can find in the trash.
Marco on the drive. Oh, he's rejected. Rourke came screaming over for the block. Ship inside layup, no good. Gets his own rebound. Kick out Quinney. His three-pointer, no good. Ship battling for the rebound. He gets it. Three-pointer on the way for Burrow. Good. St. John's and Keyshawn Ship with a fantastic possession right there. Mustangs call their second timeout. 7-point advantage for St. John's here on CBS.
Yeah, that.
I'm CC Lila, and I always wanted to be a pro coach. And SimWorld Hoops is the place where I'm able to live out my hoops dreams. SimWorld Sports is the only place where you can see the game, be the game.
Welcome back here on CBS. It's a 7-point advantage for St. John's. And Rico, I know you're like a kid in a candy store, excited to talk about that last possession in Keyshawn Ship.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly why when you look at the box score and you look at offensive rebounding, why it's so super important. This is exactly why you see elite rebounders really a premium in basketball, because as you continue to get offensive rebounds, that really ups your percentage offensively to score. They had 3 attempts at the basket. Every time that they got a rebound, the percentages go up, and then the basketball guys, they answer. They make the nice shot. So I love the effort that I saw there across the board from this team.
And Rick Pitino absolutely preaches to hustle on the boards, and it's paid off there. 7-point advantage here for SMU. Lino drives in, has it knocked away, corrals it back. Washington now. Shot clock approaching single digits. It's at 10. Washington is guarded closely. Washington uses that big frame, pulls up about 10 feet out. No good, but knocks it away. He goes back up with a layup and good. Nice play right there by Maury Washington to knock it away from Darius Rourke.
Yeah, that was Yum Yum Cookies right there. He's a cookie monster. Yum Yum Cookies.
Cookies. Back-to-back cookies as well. Oh, that was nearly a backcourt. SMU trying to set up their offense here. Lima throws it inside. Washington, there, bring the double team. Lima has it. Dribble it, in and out crossover. He's on the far side elbow. Awfully close to 3-second call. Ship comes down and guards it. Goes to Marco. They're moving the ball around nicely here. Guida drives in, has it blocked. Rourke comes over again, his second block of the game. St. John's now in transition. Burrell trying to throw it inside, but he could not get it to Ship, who had really good position down low. And Rick Pitino incensed on the sideline after a solid defensive possession.
Yeah, he didn't look too happy with that. He didn't look too happy with that. That was crazy.
Washington goes up and he banks it off the glass. One possession game here. We approach the 5-minute mark here in the first half.
Yeah, you know what? I love the fact that SMU has done a great job as far as getting, I think, in the lane for a lot of their shots. Even though, you know, they're still trying to figure it out with their top scorers, that is one thing that they have done well. So they've had the ability to really get inside the lane and attack the middle of this defense.
Ship has it. He'll fire a three. It's a little bit long, rebounded by Lima. Lima brings it up, going left to right. Lima at the top of the key, guarded closely. SMU looks to set up Washington down low. He's rung off a couple of straight points, but that was probably not the best shot selection right there on the turnaround. St. John's will look to increase the lead here.
Yeah, you know what? I like the pace that we're getting with Lima at the point guard position too as well since he's entered the game. I really like that pace.
Shot clock winding down. Ship has it, and he lost it. Marco with the defense. Marco driving inside, goes up with the left hand, and it's a 1-point game. And the Red Storm and Rick Pitino are going to take their first timeout. And this is exactly the game that we expected here, Rico. I mean, it has just been such a fun game. But you want to know what else is fun? Who got? Who do we got here in chat? It's your time. You want a special shout out? Put it right now in the chat. Make sure to shout you out here on the broadcast.
Hey, yum yum cookies. That's what that was. Yum yum cookies.
Is that who you're shouting out? Yum yum cookies.
I don't know. Yeah, because right now the way that they've come up with steals lately, I'm just thinking cookies.
Cookies. Good. What's your favorite type of cookie, Rico?
Oh man, do I dare give them away, dude? For one, I'm a chocolate chip guy. That's number one. But man, I mean, there's Chips Ahoyas, there's Eaglers. I mean,
yeah. So, B-Ron, what's up? We out here? Yes, we are. Coach Simpson, giving a shout out to Caden Fields. Down there performing in the open run today. The last hope, what's going on? And Jay Midoriya. What is going on? What's up? Well, what's up right now is a 1-point contest here. St. John's trying to continue to possess the lead as, oh boy, that is a fancy finger roll right there by Elijah Burrell.
Yeah, I mean, that was surprising too with Burrow. I mean, that is one of the things that I think he's really struggled with as far as consistency is concerned. But let's see. I mean, this guy is super focused, especially when it comes to rivalries and things like that. And one thing that he does do well is ball handling, and I think that he's been able to get to his spots because of his handling.
Washington couldn't handle that pass. St. John's in transition. Rourke gets it over to Burrow. Burrow, 20 on the shot clock. Passes it over to, excuse me, the air here is getting to me. Quinney, a shot, and it's good.
Wow, that was a terrific spot up right there from Quinney. I like how when the double came, he made himself available, and the basketball found him, and he knocked down the shot. That was terrific player movement right there.
Jones has struggled, still continue, but how about that shot? Wow! I mean, I have never seen anything like that before. My word, that was incredible from Guida.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's what I do like about SMU. I do like the length that they do have inside. I think that they've had a lot of like kind of tip basketballs and stuff at the rim, but that was wild, that last play. That was a super athletic play.
Lima goes down low to Washington. Washington's been hot here. As he continues, he's made 4 out of his last 5.
Yeah, and you know what? That's just like if you got a Porsche, you want to drive your Porsche, they got a Porsche right there. Because that is a mismatch every time. You just drive your Porsche. That's all it is.
Time winding down here. We're under 2 minutes. Shift goes up. His layup no good. Follows his own shot. Down low again. Had it partially blocked.
The length we're talking about. That is exactly what we're talking about with this team.
Quick trigger three, no good. That could have tied the game. St. John's able to corral the rebound as we're under 90 seconds to play here in this half.
Yeah, right? You got it.
Arden around the free throw area, gets it out to Quinney. Quinney, shot clock winding down. It's at 10. Quinney, trying to find some space. It's on the far side wing. Throws it inside. Rourke needs to get a shot off here. Goes up, can't kiss it off the window. Rebounded by Guida. Guida now. And SMU having a chance to potentially tie this game up. Washington playing bully ball. And he kisses it off the glass. Bank is open on a Tuesday night. And it's a 1-point game one more time. Quinney, far side wing. Guarded closely. He's around the free throw line. Quinney's going to go up with the left hand. That shot falls off the rim. No good. SMU now. A chance to take the lead here in the dying embers of this first half. Lima throws it inside to Washington. Washington and Rourke. They've been doing battle in this half. Washington bullies his way to the rim. Elects not to put up the shot there. Guida will hop into the shot. Throws it up nearly. Got the shot to go. Quinney is called for the foul. And SMU will go to the line with Guida to tie this game up and take the lead.
Yeah, you know what? They've needed Washington to play big right now because we know that he is definitely an enforcer. And really, I think that has gone against St. John's and Shannon and his trash talking. And so that is why you see a very back and forth game here because, simply neither team wants to get pulled over by the other team. And that is why it is quite intense right now in this game.
Game is tied up at 37. We have an opportunity now to give SMU the lead since they had the lead 3-0 in the very first possession of the game. Free throw rattles off the rim, no good, and St. John's will probably hold for the last shot. It's King with it. And that's Burrow. Shot clock, game clock down to 7 seconds. Burrow drives in. Throws it inside. Turnaround. King. No good. It was left short. And there's not going to be an ensuing shot here from SMU. We're all knotted up at 37. Rico, your thoughts here on this first half?
Yeah, I've been super impressed with just the interior play, I think, from both teams. I just talked about highlighting the bigs, from St. John's and then also to SMU. And I really do think it's going to be the ability of which team is going to really dominate down there. But I do really love how SMU is getting it done with Washington and, some of these players like Marco. They've done a great job as far as getting downhill, getting into the paint. That might be the difference in this game.
We're all knotted up here at 37 here at Carnesca Arena. Who will take the advantage in the second half? It's a top 25 matchup here on CBS. As we come back, we will have the second half worth of action here on CBS.
My name is Jasmine Wesley, and I recently joined SimWorld Hoops. If you love hoops as much as you love art, you've got to check out SimWorld Hoops at discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops. It is the ultimate virtual basketball experience. It's not like a regular game. It's like stepping into your own world. Whether you play or you're just a fan, it's time to see the game, be the game. Don't forget to check me out on social media at It's Jasmine Wesley.
Ha pasado mucho tiempo, tengo amores esperando mi regreso. Estoy cansada de decirles que lo siento en futuro ustedes no los veo. Ya me acostumbré a estar sola. I found happiness en el mar y las olas. I refuse to settle, even if it meant that I'd be alone forever. Pero tú me enseñaste que el sexo no debe ser la única pasión en una relación, que soy linda con make-up on, también natural como soy, como soy. Me enseñaste que los sentimientos que se siente uno al otro pueden ser mutuos. Me enseñaste que el amor debe sentirse como el amor. Disculpa, baby, espero que yo no te ofendo. I'ma be honest, never felt this kind of love before. Todo tan nuevo. I like keeping a surface, a really good way to keep 'em. So when you dove deep, it made me think that I would lose us. Ya me acostumbré a estar sola. I found happiness en el mar y las olas. I refuse to settle, even if it meant that I'd be alone forever. Pero tú me enseñaste que el sexo no debe ser la única pasión en una relación, que soy linda con make-up on, también natural como soy, como soy. Me enseñaste que los sentimientos que se siente uno al otro pueden ser mutuos. Me enseñaste que el amor debe sentirse como el amor.
Welcome back here on CBS. We're all knotted up at 37 during the break. We did get a report on Hale Marco. He is dealing with some ankle swelling, but the training staff were able to reduce that swelling at halftime, so we're going to put the tape back on his ankle. And he's going to try and play through this ankle injury that he's dealing with here. He suffered early back in the first half. St. John's gets on the board to start things off, and SMU responds. Monster jam right there from Barrett. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been informed that we are now doing a EMs giveaway. 32 viewers across all platforms. We multiply that by 100, so that's 3,200 EMs going out to Jay Midoriya. Congratulations on winning 3,200 EMs. If you are constantly in the streams, you always have an opportunity to win some EMs. Straight away three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. St. John's will look to build. Chip, a little crossover inside, no good. Shannon the rebound. Rourke has it. They go back inside to Quinney. He'll drive baseline, but he drove too far into the baseline. It was fantastic defense from Cam Jones right there to stop that drive. Let's take a look here at some of the first half stats for you. Maury Washington leads all scorers in this contest with 12 points. He had 10 of his 12 within the last 8 minutes of the first half. So he's been putting on a show here in prime time.
Yeah, and I think really what it's going to come down to right now is that SMU has had the real ability to hold on to the basketball, and St. John's has turned it over 6 times. So as you continue to work against yourself in any sport, if you win the turnover battle, you generally can win this game.
Cam Jones gets called for the charge, and Rick Pitino, look at him on the bench, loves that his guys are going to the ground and drawing the charge. That'll always put a smile on your coach's face. Cam Jones gets called for the foul. That's his second. Jones has struggled from shooting from the floor tonight. He's 4 of 10, 1 of 6 from 3, but he has 11 points, so he's not allowing his shooting woes from beyond the arc to affect his game. As Corbin gets called for the foul, going to the line to shoot 2 here for St. John's is Che King.
That was a nice move inside. But what I was going to say, too, going back to your point with Cam Jones, I think really if you're his teammate right now, you're telling him to continue to take the shots because you feel like you're close enough in this basketball game that if you could just continue to defend at a high level, you continue to not work against yourself with turning the basketball over, which we just talked about. There's going to be an opportunity for him to make a big play for us down the stretch. Generally, if I'm talking to my guy, I'm telling him, don't be afraid to take this next shot. Continue to keep letting him rip.
King makes his first free throw. He's got one more. Pardon me, to shoot. 81% from the line is King. Back from the G League as well. One of a couple of players in SimWorld U back from the G League. Rule exception.
Yeah, and I mean, I love the fact that we got a chance to see what the young man from Michigan State yesterday coming back, from Jai Edge coming back from G League Ignite, and just really how it has ignited Michigan State University. And so I thought it was a very spirited performance there on MLK Day. And so when we're talking about players that have come back from the G League, you get a wealth of experience, I think, at any level, and especially when you get this opportunity to come back here to SimWorld.
Nice ball movement here from St. John's, but Ship's jumper just falls a little bit short. And SMU have a chance to take the lead or tie the game. Here's Jones. Jones crosses over, throws it inside, trying to get a shot up, but having it rejected. Ship with the block.
We know he could score, but man, that was great defense right there. I love the fact that he didn't let the offensive player get into his body. Great length, great contest, good timing, good block shot.
Ship drives in and he blocks the shot on one end and converts on the opposite end. That's a 4-point St. John's lead.
That's what you want to see, your leaders lead, and that's exactly what we saw here from the junior, taking it right downhill to the basket, right off the glass.
Jones had it knocked away from Shannon, and St. John's will look. Shannon wide open underneath. Shannon puts up the layup, and it is good blown coverage there as Shannon was practically doing jumping jacks in the painted area for the ball. He was left uncovered. Jones had it. And Jones, he is called for the offensive foul there. He is frustrated. He just gave the official a stare down. And Rob Lanier's going to have to take Jones out of the game. Jones visibly upset at the official on that one. On the opposite end. Nice bucket right there from center.
Yeah, right now SMU's got to calm down. I mean, they're in the midst of a good run here from St. John's. You can see the frustration here. Coaching tried to make some adjustment. This might be time for a timeout.
And SMU right now running on that horsepower, but that horsepower might have been shut down, but Duvall might have brought it back to life as he silences the building with a slam.
Man, when we go call the construction worker, I feel like the roof is starting to come down. That was a terrific jam.
And I hope it's not starting to come down. I mean, I don't know. Here's a three, Quinney. That's no good. SMU now slowly but surely weathering the storm. They go inside. Duvall, no good. Fantastic recovery and defense right there from Quinney. Throws it ahead to Rourke. Rourke screaming up the court, pulls it back out at the top of the key, goes to Quinney. Quinney crosses over, goes towards the wing, back inside to Rourke. Mismatch here. Rourke on Duvall. Rourke puts up the left hand, and it's good.
Yeah, too big. Too big, too small right there. That was a nice little play to get to his left and just back him right where he wanted to go.
Rourke had the mouse in the house and deposited it there. And the Mustangs are going to call timeout. 8-point advantage for St. John's. And you know, Rico, the media feed has been going crazy with everything from updates on Dylan Harper to the most recent commits that in SimWorld U. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat that you are active and engaging with the media feed.
Yeah, and speaking of which, that's the best time. I'd love to give a shout out right now if it's all right. But want to give a shout out.
I don't see why not. Go for it.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my main man, Coach Skinny. Coffee break, man. We appreciate the support of the channel. Appreciate the support of the network. Continue to keep tuning in, and as we always say around here, man, see the game, be the game. So definitely wanted to shout them out, man.
You know, Rico, I'm just getting word here from production. They're fining you $2,000 for that shout out.
Oh well, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Under 15 to play here in the second half. Duval has it for SMU, drives inside, lots of contact there. Duval looking at the official, wondering where the foul call is. King comes down with it. He swings it over, and St. John's is going to try and set up their offense. Center with it, throws it inside for Shannon. Shannon has a nice matchup opportunity down low, and he converts. Crump is nearly entered into the ball game for Jones, who is out on the sitting on the bench with 3 fouls, and he is frustrated still on the sideline. He's got a towel over his head and he's just shook off a couple of assistant coaches who are trying to come over to talk to him. Crump inside, right hand, no good. Quinny the rebound.
Yeah, the frustration is there for them, and I think that now this is where you have to be careful because Shannon and these players are starting to really get in the lane. They're starting to feast right now.
Silvio center. Nice shot right there. The kid from New York, the local prospect, the local kid, sophomore.
A lot of pressure if you're playing local too, by the way. Not easy.
That I would definitely agree with. 12-point advantage now, as this lead for St. John's has grown to double digits. I mean, with how this game has been played so far, St. John's has really pulled away here in this second half, and it's been the dominance in the painted area, as it was Mouse in the house again. Shannon gets the shot to fall, and it'll be 2+1 for St. John's at the line.
Yeah, I mean, Jabari Shannon, look, everybody else is playing chess. He is playing checkers down there. He has done a terrific job as far as just really understanding his body position and just really taking advantage of every defender that they have sent at him today. Very impressed with his footwork down there.
That is the 15th point, or looking to be 16. Shannon gets the free throw to fall. It's 58-43. Jabari Shannon has a double-double, 15 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah, we talked about his strength, and literally, man, he's just pushing people out of the way. And so, you know, he's been talking trash to him the whole time, too, as well. And you just kind of wonder, is he starting to get to SMU?
Yeah, dude, SMU has not made a shot since the 17:34 mark. And driving inside is Jay King. That'll put him in double digits. The third scorer in double digits for this Red Storm team. And the Mustangs are running out of horsepower here in the second half. We'll step aside. 17-point advantage for St. John's.
LeBron, jerseys dream of retirement.
Your jersey's dream now?
A special time when my jerseys can look back and reflect on all they've accomplished in their careers as my jerseys.
Kobe, I got to go.
A time for my jerseys to relax and pursue other interests, hobbies, handicrafts.
Handicrafts?
Painting, woodworking, establishing a multinational entertainment conglomerate with designs on dominating the field of animation, music, and cinema.
Your jerseys is doing all of that?
Well, 8 is more into decoupage, but 24 is quite ambitious. Quite ambitious.
I guess I'm walking to Milwaukee.
Y'all know how it go down, right? They always want to hold you down. Y'all know. Tell me a little something. Should I recall? Yeah. Y'all know how I go down, right? They always want to hold them down. Y'all know. So G-Dep, tell me a little something. Should I recall?
Do you have the mind of a coach? Are you willing to fight for your players? Can you handle it when things get heated? Can you manage your star player's ego? Can you handle the stress? Can you become a legend? The only place in the world where you can coach live in a virtual world. SimWorld Sports.
Welcome back here on CBS. It's been shooting woes for SMU. They are 1 of 11 from three-point range, 9% to be exact, and 44% from the field. Jabari Shannon has been lighting up the floor for St. John's. I mean, this is exactly a Rick Pitino recipe game right here.
Yeah, I mean, definitely with Rick Pitino, you know, looking at some of his teams in the past, they're a team that like to wear you down, and they do like to use a lot of their forwards and centers. I'm thinking back to like Walter McCarty and some of these players that he's had in the past, Scott Padgett, and Jabari Shannon certainly fits that type of build. I mean, I know he can't shoot the basketball much like a Scott Padgett could or McCarthy, but the way that they're able to go inside, I think that you could put Jabari Shannon right into that category.
I couldn't agree more with that there, Rico, as Hale Marco dealing with that right ankle injury promptly puts a floater in the basket. He'll go to the line to complete the three-point play.
And shout out to production too as well. It kind of reminds you of Corliss Williams that played back for the Sacramento Kings back in the day, and also to Arkansas in college, 6'7".
2+1 play is converted. 14-point affair here in Karnes Arena. Oh my goodness, what a move that was! Elijah Pearl went around the world and laid it up.
Wow, that was a great play right there. I mean, and you know what, the thing that he has is he has a great ball handle, and so whenever you can dribble the basketball the way he can, really it unlocks the floor for you.
Hale Marco with the basket. He's had the last 4 points for SMU. Maybe we're starting to see the offense go through Marco.
Uncharacteristic too, because he's their best defender, and so for him to take the offensive control is going to be interesting.
There's a long two that is good. St. John's getting that the far purple. That purple line is the college three-point line. That small line is high school. Go inside. Corbin the third will get the shot to fall, and it's back to a 14-point contest.
Yeah, it seems like everything that St. John's is running is being ran with a purpose, is getting them some great open shots. They're also getting to the paint. Like, they're just really getting anything that they want. Everything seems just kind of effortless right now for them.
St. John's is just kind of, they're just having their way in this game, Rico. I mean, it is clear as day. King has it around the free throw line. King now to the far elbow. Just puts up a jumper. No good. Shannon collects the offensive rebound, but it was blocked. He gets it back, though.
That is completely deflating. That's probably one of the best defensive sequences that I've seen from SMU in the half, and their inability to get the rebound.
Oh, buries a three from the top of the key. And the St. John's crowd is absolutely loving what they're seeing.
And that right there is why offensive rebounding is a premium.
Corbin backs his man down and puts it up and in for two as we're approaching the halfway point here in this second half.
All right, so I think right now for SMU to come back, what they're going to have to do is, number one, once you get the stop, secure the rebound, because you need to get as many possessions as possible as this clock continues to wind down. Next up, I have no problem with you going inside with the amount of time that you have, but you've got to make sure that you're either getting a good shot or you're drawing the contact, getting to the free throw line, scoring as the clock is stopped. And so you cannot waste time here at the perimeter. Everything has to be run with a purpose. I think that that's exactly what you're seeing with St. John's on the other one.
There was a great pass there, but it could not be handled by Grump. And King flies in and strokes it for two.
Yeah, they continue to just wear them down. This is tough. It's a tough stretch for SMU right now, and they need to really figure it out. I don't know if they've ever really recovered. You know, you have a player that had to be taken out, and it's kind of like, I think it's just been a spiral effect there for SMU.
Yeah, it almost feels like Jones has been benched.
Yeah, I mean, and that's tough when you can't get or coach can't really get through to his player to calm him down like this. I mean, this is definitely a learning experience, especially before you get ready to go into conference play. So.
And you see Jones still on the bench. He is just not. He has just had a frustrating day as Jay King goes on a rack attack. This building has come to life, and they are cheering on their Red Storm team. It's a 19-point lead for St. John's.
Yeah, they have. That was a nice shot right there. They've completely taken the energy out of SMU. You can just tell that this is a deflated team right now. So let's see, after this timeout, if they can get anything going here this last 8:05.
71-54 the score here on CBS. We'll come back. Welcome back here on CBS as let's talk about Jabari Shannon, who has absolutely deserved our SWU top performer. 7-9 from the field, 18 points. He has just been a dominant force down low.
Yeah, we knew that Jabari Shannon could certainly rebound the basketball. He's actually one of their leading rebounders on the team, if not the leading rebounder. But the scoring, that has been a treat, I think, to watch today. And I've just loved the way that he's operated inside. He's had great hands with the catch radius and things like that. We had a play earlier in the first half where he avoided going out of bounds and then finishing the play. Like, he's done a great job inside, and there he is. It looks like the basketball and him, he might have stickum on his hands. Just the way that he continues to attract these rebounds out there.
Here he goes again in the painted area, trying to take on the double team, but Washington was up to task right there. Washington has been the only player for SMU, Rico, that's really been able to stop Shannon.
You know what? And it's because he is their enforcer. And, you know, he's been the one that's been able to kind of answer what kind of energy that Shannon has kind of presented in this game. But it hasn't translated overall as a team. So that's where it's been tough, I think, for SMU.
71-57 the score here as we're approaching the 6.5-minute mark. And Rico, for St. John's, I mean, if this result holds, they hold this lead together, and as Lane gets called for the reach-in foul, this has got to feel good for the St. John's team heading into Big East Conference play.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're ranked 14th. You obviously have a solid win percentage, and we're talking about the Big East. I mean, the Big East is just not a slouch of a conference. We know that is probably one of the better conferences out there. You got Villanova, who's 8th. You got Butler, 12th. Georgetown, 16, and you want to be right there in the hunt as you get ready to go into conference play. It's definitely one of the conferences that I'm going to set my T-bow for. Like, I want to watch every game that they have in this conference.
That feels like it's every year the Big East has some of the best basketball to watch.
You know what? And it's good to say that again because, you know, just kind of dating myself back when they had UConn, they had Notre Dame, Syracuse, and, you know, just all the great players that have played there, whether it was Carmelo, Ray Allen, Patrick Ewing, you know, Coach John Thompson, like all the great coaching battles were in this conference back in the day. And so it's good to see that Big East basketball is back now in the modern era of basketball, I should say.
I'm going to test your knowledge here. Before Butler joined the Big East, do you know where they were before?
Ooh, you know what? Let me look at the conferences if I can. I can tell you that, wasn't that where Coach Brad Stevens was? And then also, too, I'm trying to think of the player that just retired from the NBA that played for him, too. Oh, my goodness.
Well, before Butler moved to the Big East, they actually played basketball in the Horizon League.
The Horizon League. Yeah. Who was in that conference back in the day? What is that?
You got teams like Oakland, Detroit Mercy.
Oh yeah,
a lot of the Division II basketball teams nowadays. It's just going to be a chuck 3-point attempt that clanks off the front or the back rim, no good. Butler, they've come a very long way in basketball. I mean, their program history, is just second to none. The history of it is just something that is second to none. That shot is good from the top of the key. It's a 12-point contest. St. John's slowly starting to see that lead dwindle down a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, Brad Stevens, he really made a run there with Butler at the time. So.
Quinney throws it inside to Rourke. Rourke kicks it back out to Shannon. Go back to Quinney. Quinney somehow holding onto the basketball, throws it to Sharp. Sharp back over to Burrow. Burrow along the three-point line, steps back and fires it away. And that's no good. SMU with a three could cut this to single digits. They go inside. Barry, lots of contact, no foul. Lanier is literally at midcourt screaming at the official, begging for a foul. Burrow drives inside. On Duval, turnaround jumper, a little bit strong, rebounded by Barry.
Yeah, that's tough right there to miss at the rim just like that. And, they still have a chance, but that certainly could have cut it down to 11. Let's see if they can answer back.
Jones, another three and another miss. Oh my goodness! Keyshawn Ship, like a hot knife through butter, races through that SMU defense, and oh my!
Oh man, that was a terrific offensive play right there. That really just kind of describes the night for them.
Oh, nice block right there by Rourke. Rolling out on the corner. Shot clock winding down. It's down to 5. Duval drives in! Oh, he just put Chip on a poster!
Goodness. Oh my gosh.
And all of a sudden, momentum shifting towards the Mustangs.
Man, I think he put him into the back of the basket back there. That is twice that he's had a very good dunk in this game. That was strong.
My goodness. That was a heck of a slam right there. Duval makes the 2.1 play. And it is an 11-point contest.
Been impressed with his ability to finish through contact. And there's Shannon again.
Layup's no good. Nice defense there by Washington. Duval, top of the key. 3:15 to play. Gets the screen. Duval drives in and he goes on a wreck attack. 9-point contest. Rick Pitino's going to call timeout. Oh boy, Duval is fired up. As we will step aside here for what should be a thrilling conclusion here on CBS.
Hey guys, Gabe Pope here. You know, I've always wanted to be an NBA player all my life. SimWorld Hoops, that's the place I'm getting to live my dreams. SimWorld Hoops, baby, stop missing out. The only place where you can see the game and be the game.
Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang!
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ.
What's this gonna be? Wow! Lead pass. Roll. Stop it! Stop it! Do not do him like that. Now goes to roll. Ran to the three-pointer out front. Hit it! Yes, he did! Iguodala up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. Sorry not to use it. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life. Come down.
A foe in affection, I summon and dub it.
Welcome back here on CBS. You know, it's funny, Rico. I mentioned the Horizon League, and right now, Rico, we might be on the horizon of a comeback here for SMU.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been the ability of the ball to really attack the rim, and I think we really needed that timeout because maintenance had to go up there and fix the rim right now because he continues to keep tearing them down. Team leader right now in scoring, and he's really come on here in the second half, and he's really showing you it's just not how you start, it's not how you finish. I know the field goal percentage right now is not super efficient at 6-14, but I love the fact that he's gone to the rim. We talked about this. How could they get back in? It's attacking the rim, hopefully drawing a foul, getting to the free throw line. They have plenty of time with 3:06 to go.
This is a big possession right here for St. John's. Duval playing defense. Burrow has the ball. He gets a screen from center. Burrow drives in. Duval, fantastic defense right there. Burrow backs it out. Crowd into this one. Shot clock winding down. Quiddy has it. Top of the key. Spins around. Oh my goodness, he lost Cam Jones. Shot clock winding down. They got to get a shot off. Oh my goodness. Work for three. No good.
That's great defense.
Fantastic defense by SMU. Barry now has it. Throws inside Washington to Duval. Duval looks. Gets the screen from Washington. Elects not to use it. Duval throws it inside to Washington. Washington has been efficient today. Puts up the baby hook. Oh, went in and out, but he follows a shot. Goes back up. It's good.
Too small. Too small. He's too small. Giving him the too small sign. That was
7-point lead here for St. John's. They got to get the ball across here. Oh my goodness, that was nearly 8 seconds. Wow, and St. John's is going to take a timeout. They do not. They have one timeout remaining. Oh my goodness, look at the sideline in Rob Lanier. Woo-hoo! My goodness.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, can you see the individual press pick it up? But man, we got a great game coming up Thursday. We got USC, UCLA. That's always a great rival. Two teams that are probably like maybe 20-30 minutes apart, I think, with no traffic probably. But yeah, great rivalry game coming up there. Great conference play.
What do you mean? There's probably 3 hours of traffic that separate both schools.
Yeah, with traffic. Yeah, with traffic. With traffic.
This Saturday, February 1st, Canadian Flight Tournament. The best talent in Canada will go head-to-head. Championship game will be broadcasted at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're enjoying this game, well, we got a fantastic contest on the latter half. Here this evening, Xavier travels to Houston in what should be a fantastic ball game. We're going to have a fantastic finish here. St. John's, big possession. They need a basket here. SMU needs to defend. Burrell trying to drive in. Duval shutting it down. Burrell puts up a layup. No good. Duval gets the rebound. Gets it out to Jones. Jones on the break. Throws it inside. Barry goes up. Oh my goodness. If he would have finished that layup, that would have been insane. Rourke not too happy about that foul call. Barry will go to the line to shoot two.
And what did we talk about was the key for them? Getting to the rim, and that's exactly what this team is doing. I love it. And I love the fact that as they continue to put pressure on the rim, it's giving them the chance to get some easy makeable shots. But you get a chance now for some free throw attempts. You hopefully make these free throw attempts. You reset your defense because their defense has really been stellar here the last couple of minutes.
King checks into the game for St. John's, and this is the type of player that you want to foul in these type of situations. Barry shooting 23% from the free throw line. Needs to make one here.
Maybe they get an offensive rebound and miss.
And he misses that one. The crowd, more life. Racing up the floor at St. John's. Inside with it a chip, he finds King. King gets the screen from Shannon. King guarded closely by Barry. Bit of a mismatch here. King crosses over. King going baseline. But Barry doing fantastic job on defense. Quinney now has it. He is being guarded by Jones. Quinney's shot clock rounding down to 5. Ship races off a screen. It's not there. Quinney's got to do it himself. Puts up a Hail Mary. It's no good. Barry the rebound. Barry will bring it up the floor. 1:05 to play. Barry driving in on Quinney. Barry goes up. The layup is no good. Fantastic defense from Quinney. And St. John's is going to slow things down.
Great defense by SMU. That's a tough shot to miss. Let's see if they can maybe steal back a possession with a steal here. They really need one bad.
Shannon drives in! The dagger! Into the hearts of SMU! This place is going bonkers! 46 seconds left, and the dagger!
Oh, man, that was nightlight.
back here on CBS, and oh my, what a game Shannon is having. Jabari Shannon trash talking his way to 20 points.
Yeah, and you know what it is? It's probably his yum cookies. As it says here that this guy likes his grandmother's cookies. Perhaps he got these things before the game started. And man, I tell you what, he has been on one tonight with the trash talking. His ability to really impose his will on this team has been incredible tonight. So it's been great to watch him.
And the game not entirely over. Still a 9-point affair. 3-possession game. Guida's checked in for SMU. Guida to throw this in. Guida turbines. SMU needs to get a shot off quickly.
That's a nice one.
They go inside. Oh, Lima's projected on the play. Fantastic block right there by Harden.
Yeah. Man, that right there is check the credit card number. Man, that got declined. Man, that is tough.
Guida to throw it in. 40 seconds. Lima has it. Lima on the baseline. Trying to drive it on Rourke, but nothing is there. They go inside to Marco. Marco goes up. Contact. Ooh, that would have been an interesting shot. Had that of fallen. Fultz gets called for the foul. Marco will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, so, I mean, this was tough. I think SMU just really kind of let St. John's kind of get off to a run, and it might be a little too late at this point. Let's see what happens with 30 seconds to go. But you know what? This is the type of game that I think you want going into conference play. You know, you want these tough, gritty games like this because in conference play, you know each other. These are teams that you know you're going to be battling with, obviously, before you get into, you know, conference championships and things like that. And I think that this is the type of game that sharpens you for Hoopsteria down the line.
Second free throw is up and good. It's a 7-point game. SMU going to show a little bit of pressure here. Earl playing keep away here with Quinny as the precious seconds are ticking down here. Shannon drives in, and that right there, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. Shannon hits a big shot. They'll just chuck up some threes as SMU, and that will do it here for us here on CBS. St. John's victorious here on the Christmas Eve before conference play, 78-69. Rico, your final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Jabari Shannon is like a Porsche for this team tonight to just go ahead and drive him. He takes you anywhere you want to go, or takes you anywhere you want to go. And so great game from him and just tough for them.
78-69 final score. Ladies and gentlemen, SimWorld Sports is the only place where you can see the game, be the game. Have a fantastic night, ladies and gentlemen.
The truth. It take a giant to fit on my shoes. Switch out the suit. S in my chest when I step out the booth. Flip on the news. Hot off the press, homie, I'm that dude. King of the zoo. Striking the tech, elephant in the room. Got designer on my body. Selfies in the private jet. Hop out of the new Bugatti. This is how you move like a boss. When you gotta go and show it. Dripping now, shining like the stars. Make them all flop, round of applause. This is how you move like a boss. With the sauce, like a boss. Hey, boss. This is how you move like a boss. Like a boss. Money in the bank, like I own the bank. And it's a funny thing, cause money ain't a thing. 24-karat rings, got me give a thing, but I still got the range. This is how you move like a boss. When you gotta go and show it. Dripping now, shining like the stars. Make them all flop, round of applause. This is is how you move like a boss. With the sauce. Like a boss. Hey. This is how you move like a boss. I got the swag for real. Head to toe dripping in my bag for real. Looking like a happy meal. I'm a snack for real. This is how you move like a boss. When you gotta go and show it off. Dripping out, shining like the stars. Make them all flop. Round of applause. This is how you move like a boss. Go ahead, hit them with the sauce. So get up and take a little pause. Shine like a star. Round of applause. This is how you move like a boss. With the sauce. Like a boss. Hey. This is how you move like a boss.
Mom gave you a whole bag of Doritos just because your fish died? Here, boy, I won't hurt you. Bath time.
Billy, are you sharing those Doritos like I asked you to?
She's okay.
If you really want it, you can have it, dog. If you really want it, you can have it, dog. If you really want it, you can have it, dog. If you really want it, you can have it. If you really want it, go and get them dollars. I'ma pop my collar, ride big and poly, swinging Jeep Cherokees, make them holler. My name is KB, and I'm the Mac with it. I won't stop till I reach the top and keep moving. So can't nobody hold me down. Faces frown, cause they thought I fell off hooping. Rebound in this game like Cheryl swooping. MVP, so ain't nobody stopping me. My destiny, blow up in this game of rapping. They fingers snapping, guns collapsing, screaming my name. I'm bringing the pain, and won't stop till I get it. A meal we split on first class flights overseas with Vietnamese and Japanese currencies. Appropriately describe this game, baby. If you really want it, you can have it, dog. If you really want it, you can have it, dog. If you really want it, you can have it, dog. If you really want it, you can have it.
The path to success is a long one. Sometimes it seems I'm crawling slowly up the wrong one. At times I wonder if this really supposed to be. I hear a voice say, JB, run the music industry. New century, I'm froze up because the game is on. Close to my brothers that rest in peace of those who say it's strong. I'm staying strong by my team through this good life. Cause we done had a little sample of the good life. Studios and closed shows, superstars. Money flows straight through the door cause of who you are. The harder part of life was living. Cause every single thing you asked for was given. I ain't tripping. Once I was told by this wise old man to take my time for as long as I can. Be in control of your destiny. You have the world in the palm of your hand.
If you really want it, you can have it, dog. If you really want it, you can have it, dog. If you really want it, you can have it, dog. If you really want it, you can have it.
Brand new clothes for all your kinfolk.
You can have it, dog.
Twanky Lorenzos on the Benzo.
You can have it, dog.
Rose from your toes to your ears.
You can have
up
it,
in the
dog.
club, VIP, popping bill.
You can have it, dog.
Beachfront property in Miami.
You can have it,
Slow
dog.
tipping on the Bentley, dripping candy.
You can have it, dog.
And all of the shit you seen on BET.
You can have it,
and all the
dog.
shit that you saw on MTV.
You can have it, dog.
You can have it, dog. You can have it, dog. You can have it, dog. Straight up.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the First Pita Center here in Houston, Texas, where tonight we have Game 2 of our SimWorld U doubleheader here on CBS as the Xavier Musketeers come into town to face the Houston Cougars in a non-conference matchup. I'm B-Ron, and joining me tonight is Sniper J. What's going on, man? Good to have you here with me tonight.
Man, I'm glad to be in H-Town with it, man. I'm looking forward to a good matchup. I love being here with you, B-Ron. Let's get to it.
Yeah, man, let's get right into this one. This is a game that features two underperforming teams, and we'll see how this one goes as the opening tip goes to the Cougars. And starting lineup, starting with those Cougars. Cole Abdul-Rauf and Carl Holmes. We also have Karim Kirkpatrick, Derek Long, and Freddie Stonewall out there as well as starting five for the Cougars. Meanwhile, for the Musketeers, Braylon Burleson, Cesar Castaneda, Milan Maccabee, Cornelius Leverett, and you also have DeMarco Nesbitt as your starting five for both sides. But yeah, Jay, this is a game that features two teams that have really underperformed so far this season. Xavier coming in 4-11, 1-4 in their last five, won a 4-game losing streak as well. They lost their last one to Minnesota. That was 69-59 on January 16th. Meanwhile, for the Cougars, they are 5-10 and 0-5 in their last 5 games. And their last loss was on the road to Illinois, a 77-61 defeat, also on January 16th. As there is a rare three-pointer for the Cougars that falls. That one from Cole Abdul-Rauf.
Yep, Rauf, a big-time playmaker for the Houston. If he could get going, maybe they could get back on track. But B-Ron, just to mention what you said, underperforming, yes. And this is a good game for both teams to try to get on track before conference play starts.
Yes, absolutely. This will be a huge game for both teams if they can. And I think too, when you look at a game like this, the two teams are underperforming. There's a 3-ball from Xavier at Burleson. Braylon Burleson getting that one to call there for him. But I think that this is going to be a game where it might be a little bit highly contested, a lot of energy involved because both teams have been struggled and they're on losing streaks so much. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I think energy is what's going to win this game for either side because both teams been struggling so much, B-Ron. And that was Castaneda with the pull-up and transition.
Yeah, just pull up there from Castaneda in transition as Musketeers have a 7-3 lead starting this one out. With a 3-ball for Houston. That one also good. Guess who? Second one. Oh yeah, you're right. Pretty Stonewall on that one. The potential first-round pick from Houston. Stonewall leading the second on the team in points per game, 15.5 points per game. He made 24 threes and leads the team in that category. So if there's anybody on Houston you want to shoot the 3-ball, it's him. And look at the Cougars making their way, throwing the alley-oop. The alley-oop finish for Carl Holmes, lottery pick potentially for this Houston Cougar squad. And now look at Holmes in the passing lane, put in the pocket, and now spin move inside. Can't get it to fall there. Stonewall on the transition.
And B-Ron, I'm not mad about that missed shot. I like what Houston is doing early in this game. They're getting out in transition, they're playing free, and they're having fun out there, looks like. So I'm not mad about how they're playing early in this game, B-Ron.
Yeah, can't be mad at that. Derek Long blockade was taught him to do a lot of that in high school days, and bringing that same defensive tenacity to the college level as well. You'll love to see it from your interior big guys on your team. Burleson has the ball. Go ahead, Jay.
I have a question for you. You usually ask me this, but I'm going to ask you this today. What are the keys for Xavier to come out this game with a victory?
How dare you steal my thunder? First of all, no, kidding. But for Xavier, my keys to the game for Xavier, I think that they are going to have to try and lean on that defense. They play very good defense. They don't play it. If you look at the numbers, they don't look like it numbers-wise, but it's something that leads in their defense. So if they can keep this Houston team from getting hot, I think they'll be well on their way to success. There's a charge on Maccabee, his first There's long football charge. Now, those are back your way. For Houston, what are your keys looking for Houston?
I think if Houston is able to get out in transition and get open shots, they could win this ball game because they're at home. I know they've been on a downward trend. I think they have the right energy and mindset tonight to get a dub if they play in transition tonight. B-Ron.
Transition and defense. Those are two very opposite.
Absolutely.
But I like it. Though. Let's see how it goes through the side. 3 ball. No good on that one. Good look though. You think, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely. But I know shooting is not Houston's strength, so if it's not wide open, I would like to see them get downhill and force the issue at the rim and make the ref make a call, and they shoot free throws instead of contested 3-pointers.
Yeah, we're seeing some free throws for the Musketeers. Their first of the night here. These are going to come from the senior, Lamarian Traver.
Now, B-Ron,
season. Go ahead.
Traver is a tennis player, and I'm a pretty good tennis player myself. You think I could beat him?
You know what, man? I think you have a game on your hands. I think you have a game on your hands.
I don't know. I haven't played tennis in 2 years, B-Ron. He might get me.
He might. He might. Well, if you'd have led with that, I'd have said no. I'd have said no on that one. But you know what? Hey, sometimes it all comes back to you when you least expect it. Maybe that's the case here.
Well, look, when I don't play basketball for 2 days, I come in the gym on fire. So.
See, right? Who knows, right? You could go on and channel your inner Nadal or whoever your idol is. You know?
Wow. Yeah, that's a good one, B-Ron.
Yeah, I know a little bit. A little bit about tennis, a little bit. That's too crazy. I played topspin before back in the day. All right.
Yeah. That's a dating game right there. You just dated yourself right there.
I sure did. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We out here. Burleson attacking, drawing the contact. Only getting the free throw attempts here as Kirkpatrick picks up his first foul of the contest. I like the activity from Burleson though.
Yes, as the lead guard, it's your job to set the tone for your team. And I think Burleson's doing a good job of that so far, especially getting to the line.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be a key point for Xavier tonight, I think, too. Well, again, your senior leadership, you want to lean on those guys, Jay. As you know, being a former player yourself, former college player yourself, you want to lean on your upperclassmen a lot more depending on the makeup of your team, obviously. And Xavier has 2-3 really good seniors, upperclassmen to lean on in Burleson, Maccabee, and Tyreek Mooney, and Lamarian Traver as well.
Absolutely, that senior leadership is key for a team like Xavier. You know, they don't really have no superstar or superpower. They just play good, fundamental, sound basketball, and good leadership will always help you continue to play that good, fundamentally sound, winning basketball.
It can't hurt you, but that pass sure might. As it's taken from Houston, now 3 in the corner, good! Ola Abdul Raouf, that's three threes in the first half so far for Houston. I think, and that's a good sign for Houston because you mentioned it, they don't shoot the 3-ball very well. They are bottom half in both 3-pointers made and 3-point percentage in the nation this season.
Absolutely, B-Brian. I agree with you. That is a fantastic sign. I just want you to continue to watch the game. And that last shot, they was out in transition, and there was a wide open corner 3. A corner 3 is the best 3-pointer shot in the game. And it's almost like I mentioned earlier. You know, if they get out in transition and they shoot wide open 3s, they can make them.
Yeah, those are the shortest 3-pointers on the court. Like you said, best 3-point shot in the game is that corner 3 because they're the shortest distance on the hoop beside, obviously, you know, your interior shot. If there's a foul, hurt the from over here as Burleson's going to pick up his first of the contest. And we'll see Cole Abdul-Raouf go to the line, the former SimWorld Africa player, now in the rising SimWorld Prep high school basketball.
Abdul Rauf has been busy early in this game, come out really aggressive, and I like that because he is a playmaker and he is a scorer and he can shoot when he's open. I like what Abdul Rauf is doing early in this game, B-Ron.
Yeah, sometimes that aggressiveness can work in your favor, other times not so much. And Rauf got it to work there because he got to the free throw line and made his first one on the season so far. A 76% free throw shooter, and he's getting a lot of minutes too, 32 per game. That is what, second highest, third highest really on the team. He's one of the few guys on the team who's averaging 30 minutes per game.
Yeah, that's a lot of minutes. I mean, that's a lot of trust from your coach to have you on the court that long.
As a freshman too? Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of the coach, speaking of the coach, Kelvin Sampson, there's been a lot of talk throughout the season with the struggles of the underperforming from last season and now into this season as well. Kelvin Sampson being on the hot seat and things like that. Personally, I don't see it, given his tenure and pedigree and respect that he has built up over his 45 seasons as a head coach. I don't think that guy is going to be a guy who's going to get fired in the middle of the season. I don't see it happening. That's just me. I said it earlier on social media today. I don't think it happens. Jay, what are your thoughts on that? I don't know.
Kelvin Sampson, a guy that recruited me. He was always at Houston. He has brought Houston basketball back to the Mecca. There's no way he's getting fired. It's ridiculous. There's no way Kelvin Sampson's getting fired. I don't care if he goes 0-30. He's too good of a coach. This speculation about hot seat and firing. The only hot seat should be the players. He should be getting them out of there, getting some new ones in that would listen to him and follow his instruction because he knows how to win. He's been to Final Fours. He's been to Sweet 16s. Kelvin Sampson's not going nowhere unless he decides he wants to go somewhere else, Iran. And that's how I feel.
Yeah, and that's also been part of the review because there was talk earlier about how this could be Sampson's last season potentially as a basketball coach, at least at this SimWorld level. How about him hanging it up, retiring, putting the clipboard away, that kind of thing. And again, with 45 years of experience, look, everybody has their time, right? And after underperforming season, you got to think that, okay, maybe it's my time to go. And we'll see what happens with the rest of this season and if Sampson does indeed decide to hang it up as season ends.
If Kelvin Sampson decides he wants to go retire and live on a yacht and do that, then that's what he would decide. Other than that, he's going to be coaching these Houston Cougars to win a championship.
Exactly. Oh, what a block that was from Derek Long, but not before the foul from Abraham Kasongo. His first of the night. That was an absolutely disgusting block from Derek Long. It's not going to count for nothing, but the impactness of it is impressive enough in itself. And again, let's go back to Houston for a minute. This is the team again. They went 23-11 last season. They were the American Conference champions last season. They did not move to the Big 12 here in SimWorld. Staying in the American and playing there. And I think that as we get into conference play, Jay, this team, on paper, I said it earlier today, on paper, this team is the best team in the conference on paper, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I'm unsure about that actually carrying over with the players seeing on the court so far this season. I would like to be wrong, but they're the best team on paper in this conference, in my opinion.
It's funny you mentioned that because conference play is like a new season in everyone's eyes. The coaches preach that, the players know that. Your record is 0-0, and the American is a very tricky conference, right? It's not a Power 5 per se, but it's Power 6, and there's a lot of good teams. And Houston has a chance to reinvent themselves in conference play, if I will be right.
You could say Power 6, yeah, you got teams like SMU in the conference, you have the new Texas State in the conference as well. There's a lot of teams in the conference that could pose some top for Houston this season. But, again, it's just a matter of perspective and how Houston approaches things once conference play starts. But like you said, it's a new season for everybody. You're starting over. Your non-conference games get you ready for your conference schedule. And depending on what kind of schedule you play in your non-conference game, if Leverett missed the first one there, that's going to kind of, I think, set the tone for what your conference play looks like.
Absolutely, and I expect Houston to turn things around, honestly, B-Ron. I expect them to be top 5 in the American, and we're talking about how they didn't turn this season around, and Kelvin Sampson is at the head of it, and Abdul Rauf has been shooting lights out, and Long has been blocking shots all over the gym. I expect Houston to turn around in conference play.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. What about Xavier, though? Xavier also a team that last season, again, 29-7 last season. They were Big East Conference champions last season. They also finished first in the conference as well. They also ended up being number 6 in the SP Top 25, and they made it to the Elite 8 of Hoops area last season. So this is a team, well, that has a lot of good going for them last season, but it hasn't translated over to this season with the record and wins and that kind of stuff. And the Big East also is not an easy conference to play in. We saw St. John's last game win their game against SMU. You've got UConn in the conference, who's a strong team. Creighton also. There's a lot of good teams in that conference as well. As that three-pointer falls for Aji Fakbenle coming off the bench now for the Cougars.
And Fakbenle can play, B-Ron. I mean, he might have been losing some minutes, but that doesn't mean that he can't come out here and score 8 to 10 points on you in a hurry.
Yeah, I've been watching him since high school days, Jay, and yeah, that kid can play some basketball. I'm hoping that he's able to turn it around here at some point. I'm very partial to a lot of the kids who I've seen come through the early days of SimWorld Prep, and again, the rising star of that prep league as Carl Holmes, another one of those kids who scores here once again. He has a brother, Kristen Holmes, who plays for Baylor. Cousin,
brother, similar but different, you know.
Yeah. The last name's broken every time, right?
Every time. But Houston has created a lead here by getting to the rim and converting at the rim. And Xavier, I'm not sure what to say about Xavier right now. I think they need to find something on the offensive end to get them going.
So yeah, they haven't quite found their identity offensively tonight. Not quite yet. Just trying to figure it out. The mini, good. Mid-range jumper is not dead. Lenny Williams knocks it down.
Williams coming off the bench for Xavier, hoping to provide a spark for him as they try to climb back into this game, even though it's a 5-point game. It feels a little bit higher than that.
It does feel a little higher than that. Williams, a guy who's not getting a lot of minutes, only 9.9 minutes, let's say 10 per game. Well, not a ton of minutes, but it's all about making the most of what you get on the floor, because that's how you get more minutes, by doing more with what you have. Everybody starts somewhere.
Absolutely. And just to get back to that Big East conversation, I think Xavier fits the Big East conference. You know what I mean? Like, they're a Big East team. They're going to play well. I expect them to be top half of the conference. I don't see them falling in the second half. But I don't know if they're good enough to do what they did last year. I don't think they're good enough to win it all.
Not good enough to win the conference and make it to the Elite 8, I think.
Not Elite 8.
From the Hoops area.
Not Elite 8. I don't think they're Elite 8 material.
Oh, man. Well, look, there's still plenty of time in the season to figure out what kind of team you're going to be. There's a timeout for Xavier. We're going to take our first one of this game as well. Be right back, folks. 30-25. Houston out in front. I'm right back.
Kyrie Irving, Melo.
What's up, Melo?
Did you hear what Foot Locker is doing with the Week of Greatness?
Dropping the freshest kicks as always.
They're doing a lot more than that. Instead of using some big-name athletes and celebrities in the commercials, they're using them to do some good in the world.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Kyrie is me. Carmelo, of course I'm sure.
I need to call Anthony Davis. He's gonna love this.
What's up, Kyrie? I just heard. That's super cool they're doing that.
I know.
That's definitely gonna raise a few eyebrows.
I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Yo, Porzingis, you hear what Foot Locker's doing for the Week of Greatness this year?
Well, James Harden, I assume they're dropping more hot new sneaker releases than ever?
Of course, but they're also using all the big name athletes and celebrities to do some good in the world.
So instead of being in a commercial like usual, they're out in the real world doing good? That's cool.
Using all the big name athletes and celebs to do some good instead of being in a commercial? Sure is a cool idea. And my name isn't Damian Lillard.
Gentlemen, the open house is over. You'll have to be on your way.
What? Don't you know who we are?
Welcome back, everyone. 30-25. Houston out in front. Want to let you know that we we want you to tell other people about SimWorld and get them to join SimWorld. We're looking for coaches currently, looking for people who want to be super fans and just follow along with the storylines and the news and the narratives and the games and all that we have going on for you here at SimWorld. You do any of those things, you refer anybody that joins, and they join as a coach or as a parent, something like that, you'll get 5,000 EM, they'll get 5,000 EM, help you, help them, and help us grow Rising Tide. Let's all go serious and more. We're all about that. Let's keep it rolling, shall we, as we get back to game action here. And Jay, we were talking about the hot seat earlier with Kelvin Sampson and that kind of stuff. But Sean Miller on the opposite end for Xavier. This is a guy who, you know, we talked about it as we were ready to come back from break. This is now his second stint in the Big East. Was with Arizona, was in the Big East prior to, now back in the Big East. You have some feelings about Sean Miller and his time with Xavier so far, and that's out of bounds. It's gonna go the Cougars' way as Mooney could not grab it in time before we got out of bounds. But yeah, talk about the Sean Miller thing.
Yes, as we go into timeout, I think we're going to stay here so I can talk about Sean Miller.
Yeah,
of course. He's a great coach, has a great resume. I respect Sean Miller, don't get me wrong. But he had a good year last year. But this year, they're underperforming, right? We're all on the same page about that. I think next year, if he underperforms again, he is for sure on a very hot seat, and they're going to get him out of there. Because the Big East is a big conference, and they got the money to go get a new coach, a young coach, a hungry coach. Sean Miller has done some winning. He's not as hungry as he used to be. You know, young coaches have more fire, and maybe that's what Xavier needs. I'm not saying it's going to happen this year, but next year, around this time, if we see Xavier underperforming, we might see a change.
Yeah, if you look at the Big East right now, the stands, Villanova, Butler, St. John's, Georgetown, and UConn. That's your top 5 right now. With Xavier in that, that's place number 10 in the conference, behind Seton Hall, Marquette, VCU, and Creighton. So I could definitely see a scenario, Jay, where Sean Miller does end up exiting, and maybe a high school level coach comes up and takes over that role. No matter who it is, timing, all this, of course, is there to do a hook shot on the interior.
And let's get back to this game a little bit. Xavier's hanging around, but Houston's doing a good job of scoring in the paint and finding wide open threes and making threes. How do you feel, B-Ron?
I was going to say, Houston right now, it seems like they have an answer for everything that Xavier does offensively. And they've been able to stifle them when they needed to. As Castaneda can't get the fade away the ball there. So that's my spiel on the first half so far. What about you, Jay? What you got?
I think Xavier needs to go to Maccabee a little bit more in the paint. I think Maccabee can score. He could do a little bit of everything, and I think he could give them some momentum with some easy dunks and layups. I think they need to look to get him the ball in the post if they want to get back into this game before halftime.
There's Castaneda taking the ball inside and finishing there. You mentioned Maccabee a minute ago, and yeah, that is it. You talked about Xavier not having a true head and shoulders star player, Woodley, a Cooper Flash. They don't have one of those guys. But Houston has another three-pointer. That one from Aram Kirkpatrick. Houston is letting it fly from deep in there, making the most of their opportunities so far in this one. But Maccabee is, back to Xavier, Maccabee is that guy for Musketeers. He is their star player, if you will. If they have one, it's Malam Maccabee here. So I think they do need to lean on him more, try to go to him more, get him more involved, because he can do a little bit from the post, and he can stretch the floor a little bit as a big too. So maybe that can help get you going. As Castaneda takes up his first foul of the contest, we'll see Carl Holmes go back to the free throw line.
And just to piggyback off what you were saying, if Maccabee could get anything going in the paint, it would free up some free shot attempts for Castaneda, for Burleson, for Nesbitt, for everybody else. And I think that's how Xavier really operates. It may not be through Maccabee, but if Maccabee could get going just a little bit, it'll help everybody else out.
And right now Maccabee on the night, 6 points, 2 rebounds. He is perfect from the field scoring, so he's doing that. But more of it is what we're saying, as Holmes does get the first one to fall there.
Now, me and Holmes got a lot of similarities, B-Ron, because in his spare time, he likes relaxing. And I 100% agree with that. Watching a movie, just chilling. I can agree with Holmes on this one.
Look, especially if you're an athlete, you know, your body is going through so much on a daily basis that anytime you just get to do nothing, that's a blessing. And there's another great block on the interior from Houston's defense. That has been one of their bright spots so far in this game for Houston. They can pack off the glass. Bank is open today. 39-27. Houston extending their lead out some more.
And that last block was by Kasongo, who's a really good rebounding defender for Houston. But you got to remember, Long, their starting center, is number 7 in blocks. He averaged 1.5 blocks per game. So Houston has the capability of being a great rim protecting team with Long and Kasongo.
And you see Maccabee there trying to dribble out of space. And luckily for him, Frank Benley does reach in and get hit with the foul. So Maccabee's going to go to the line with some free throws here. Now there's 3:30 left in the first half. This first half went by really quick. We didn't have many stoppages in play.
No, we haven't, which is calls for a Gatorade break here soon, I would assume, B-Rod.
Yeah, they're going to get one soon, I could imagine. 3:20 left in the first half of play. What's your magic number for Xavier to be comfortable heading into the locker room right now?
For this low-scoring affair, I'm saying 5 points. Usually I would say 6 to 8, but they're not scoring the ball well enough to have a run of 6 to 8 points. So I say 5 points. That's a 2-possession game for Xavier. That's more than manageable for them to come back and make the game really interesting in that latter part of the second half. You're on.
5 points is fair. I would say because it's a little more low scoring, you can get away with a little bit of a higher number. I would say anywhere between 6 and 9 would be good. It's 2-3 left in the game. I think that's manageable as well.
Okay.
So between 6 and 9 would be preferable. Oh my goodness! The bump and the rollover afterward.
Kasongo, the big-time finish.
Abraham Kasongo extending the Cougar lead with authority there.
The big 7-footer got a little rise, and the landing, he must have jumped too high. He couldn't know how far he had to land.
Yeah, I guess so. Something like that. It's another rebound from this Houston team, and now the too quick to get down the floor there, trying to get baseline, just out of bounds. Watch those feet on the sideline.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him. You know, Houston want to push the pace, get out in transition, but you gotta be careful about that out of bounds line.
Oh, you gotta be careful. They sneak up on you, confuse you. Watch out for it. Braylon Burleson gives the ball over to Mooney. Mooney top of the key with it. 5 on the shot clock. We gotta get it going here. Turnaround jumper, good. Shot clock winding down. That's DeMarco Nesbitt.
Shot creator, shot maker. It's good to see him get on the board here.
Good to see him get on the board, and now Xavier trying to make it a 4-point swing here. Not able to do so there. I think they rushed that one, Jay.
I didn't like that one. I think he could have got to the rim, maybe forced some contact and got a foul call, stopped the clock, and made some free throws.
And now Burleson picking up the ball on the steal. Musketeers in transition. Quick call, pass to the 3. Good. Great shot. Great work in transition there from Xavier. Love that.
Yep, it seemed like they took a page right out of Houston book, pushed it in transition to get a corner three.
Corner three, regular time. Another three ball for the Cougars. That one short, front of the rim and out. Castaneda grabs the rebound. Final 30 seconds of the first half, ticking away. Nesbitt moves it inside to Castaneda. Now Castaneda tries his luck. Back to rim, and now one and done there for Musketeers as the Cougars will pull the final shot one right here with the shot clock being off in the first half. Find some space maneuver here. Pull up jumper from Stonewall. Good! Freddie Stonewall ending the first half on a high note for the Houston Cougars as they'll head to the locker room with a 43-32 lead in this unranked non-conference matchup. Both teams looking to snap losing streaks, and right now, Houston on top, and they're in position to do just that. Heading as they head to halftime, Jay.
Houston, love what they're doing, getting out in transition. Xavier, I'm not too impressed. I think they need to be better on offense and defense.
Yeah, they've got to figure something out, and I think it starts, for me anyway, always on the defensive end. We saw what they did, we saw what Xavier did in the latter half of the first half, Jay. They got out in transition, and they looked really good doing that. But if you get those stops on defense, hold them to one and done, get the rebounds, get out in transition and run, they have a shot in the second half, but you got to do that first.
I think they need to guard the paint. Houston has way too many points in the paint.
Yeah, that's also a good way to start too. Look, second half coming up. We'll see what changes are made, folks. 43-32, Houston out in front. We'll back for the second half section.
It's time to see the game, be the game.
Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Hey there, big guy. You know, you look a little tired. Why don't you come over here and sit down? Yeah, come on. That's right, sit down.
Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Welcome back to the Fertitta Center, everyone, here in Houston. Second half action here in CBS. And I know CBS cares, so I know they got me. I want to see them too. Put them over in the chat, y'all. Second half action, getting ready to get started. Throw up those deuces, folks. 43-32. Houston Cougars out in front. They got some life here in Houston tonight. No problems right now. We'll see if they can hold on.
Yeah, we're going to see what they do in the second half here. I'm pretty sure Xavier, Sean Miller has made some changes, and I'm looking forward to seeing those changes. I want to see how Houston is going to adapt to those changes.
Yeah, turnaround jumper there from Nesbitt doesn't go. And if you mentioned Sean Miller's not going to go, if you were head coach Sean Miller, what are you telling your guys in the locker room to get them ready for the second half?
I'm telling them.
Hang on a second, to cut you off, but my goodness, what a slam that was going to the basket. He got it on everybody with ease. It was too easy. Pretty stonewall.
Yep, I think his eyes was at rim level. The way he dunked that one.
Wow, there's a screen on Lesbert there. But my apologies, Jay. Go ahead and cut you off. Go ahead, my friend.
Yes, Sean Miller halftime. I'm saying we can do this. I'm giving them confidence, but I'm also going to tell them what we were positive at, and that was transition. We need to push transition more, get open threes, and maybe get downhill a little bit more. Our half-court offense is not doing us any justice right now. That's what I think Sean Miller told his team.
That three-pointer did not fall for Houston, and that's been one of the rare misses for them tonight from beyond the arc, because they are shooting a blistering 83% from three-point land. They're 5 of 6 in the first half.
Yep.
And again, that's rare for Houston.
Yes, Houston going against their forte here tonight. I mean, they must have been putting up shots all week or all this morning, and they come out blazing hot in the first half. So kudos to them for putting in the work and seeing the result.
And had a game plan. Oh my goodness! Derek Long rejecting Milan Maccabees like that. That's what Derek Long can do, and he is going to make some SWBA team extremely happy whenever he decides to declare for the draft, because he's only a sophomore, so he could declare if he wanted to after this season. He could declare, but I think he stays another year or two, and we'll see how that goes. But his defense in the post is phenomenal. Shut down.
Yes, Long, number 7 in the country in blocks with 1.5 blocks per game, so he's showing off his talent here tonight.
1,000%. And if you were Kelvin Sampson, to go back to our discussion, what are you telling your guys on Houston and how to get them ready for the second half here? I know you're up, but still got to finish this thing out.
Yes, I'm telling my team, keep doing what we do in the first half. Let's push in transition. Let's score at the rim. If we get a wide open three-pointer, we can take it, but let's not get too trigger happy out there. And on defense, we got to guard our yard. Don't let them get to the paint. Make them a jump shooting team.
Made him a jump shooting team there. Castaneda got the three-pointer rattle home. Answering it through with one of their own. Through the possession down. Too long. Yeah, Long with the ball out here on the perimeter. Not where you want him with the ball, but had him there anyway. Now we get it to him on the inside. Carl Holmes with it. He can't score there. Strong defense from Maccabee. And now Nesbitt to the rack for 2.
If I'm Houston right here, I might call a timeout to stop this run, stop the bleeding a little bit. Xavier's looking really good on offense. They're getting out in transition, making layups, hitting jump shots. I think Houston should call a timeout if they score again.
Yeah, and that shot right there from Houston was one they were making in the first half. Not that time, though. As we've seen their lead window, it's now down to 5 for the Cougars. In the post here, Nesbitt, fading jumper, can't get that one. So close, yet so far. But a steal, Burleson picking off the pass. Maccabee drawing the foul, not getting the basket. Carl Holmes picking up his first foul of the game. You see Maccabee there, very animated in the face of Carl Holmes there. As we got a timeout on the floor for the Cougars, we're going to take a little break ourselves. I'm right back, folks. 5-point lead for the Cougars.
let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Hello, I'm Timothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me. Feet on the floor. What they gon' say now? We came along from last place, bottom to top of the fast pace. Out of this surf, I get touchdown. I take a loss, get it back 8. I'm in the gym putting numbers up. You never there, you got bad traits. Never excuses or cover ups. Learn from the losses and bad breaks. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Who said I wasn't him? Who said it? All this talk about who's on top and who's not. Miss me with the gospel. Check the score, yeah. See me coming off the screen. Know I gave myself the green light. Catch a shoe from the 3. If I'm not the one, it doesn't seem right. I need like 2, 4, 5, 6 in them rings. I'm talking back to back to back like 23. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Green light, let's get it.
All right, let's do it.
Welcome back, everyone. 45-40. Houston out in front here, and still, Malam Ekabe at the line for the Musketeers. We're going to get some free throws to fall before the break. There's a foul called on Carr Holmes, his first of the contest, and Ekabe shooting 2 from the line here. First one up and in, as that one from Ekabe rattles home. He's 1 for 2 so far in the contest here, and this lead has dwindled for Houston. It was a reasonably comfortable lead heading into halftime, and now look at it, 3-point lead after 2 free throws from Ekabe.
Yes, B-Ron. Most coaches preach the first 4 minutes of the second half. We have to win, and that's what Xavier has done. They won the first 4 minutes, and now we are in a tight ball game.
That is a yikes kind of shot there from Derek Long. The turnaround jumper, that looked like me trying to do one of those that I was messing around in the post. Me and my 5'6" self trying to be in the post. That doesn't work. And you saw a backcourt violation there for Xavier. You can't give away possessions like that if you're Xavier, not when you're down 3.
No, you can't, but you give some credit to Houston's pressure there. I mean, he was so uncomfortable that he just kept backing up, and then, you know, everybody wears size 17 out there, and the big foot touched the line, and now he turned the ball over. So give some credit to Houston for pressuring the ball against Xavier.
That's fair. I'll give it to him for that. 3-pointer, though, does not fall. Houston will get a second chance at it. Second chance opportunity. That one, no good either.
Xavier has done a good job of getting stops at the beginning of the second half, and they've been doing a good job of converting on the offensive end.
They have, and Leverett couldn't get that one to go there. His lead stays at 3 for the Cougars. As Houston swings it around the perimeter here. And just making a note here. This is a very small lineup that Houston has on the floor right now. Kick out, trying to find Derek Long in the corner. That didn't go well. Kicked off, and now the Cougars will get the ball right back. They put another turnover from Xavier. DeMarco Nesbitt steps on the line.
So right now we're just having a contest of who can turn the ball over more.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Some sloppy basketball here these last 2 possessions from both squads here.
I do want to talk about your point with the Houston Cougars being so small. they are very small, which means they need to push in transition. And Xavier has done a good job of taking them out of transition. And their half-court offense is struggling to score against the Xavier half-court defense.
And when you're struggling, go to Freddie Stonewall. You do, good things happen. You saw the mid-range jumper right there fall for the potential projected first-round pick from the Houston Cougars. Nesbitt spin move into contact. Count the back.
The spin and win by Nesbitt. The spin and win.
Man, love to see it. Nesbitt getting it done there. And more importantly, answering the Houston basketball their last time down as well.
Absolutely. I have seen Nesbitt be in that post quite a lot tonight, and apparently that must be a matchup that Sean Miller and Xavier Musketeers like.
And he is 6'6", so it's not like he would be averse to being down there.
Right.
So it makes sense for him to be able to score in the post. When you talk about the modern day basketball and the positionless basketball era that we're in, Jay, I've said that I don't necessarily agree with that viewpoint of positionless basketball. I don't understand it. Is what I'll say. It makes sense to me.
Right.
But that's just my opinion as a player. What do you think about that? Really quick. I know we're in a game right now, but
basketball.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing the game of basketball has evolved to be run. Think about this now.
Derek Long. Yeah, I'll give you some to think about that jam right there. You're giving them more points as Houston tries to extend the lead to make it more comfortable. They haven't had a lead where it's been comfortable in a while, and it's certainly not gonna stay that way either. As maybe your answer is once again.
And that was Nesbitt again in the post doing his Euro step. Be Ron.
Love to see the Euro every once in a while, man. It's break it out. Always good to see it. Love it.
But positionless basketball is beautiful. I mean, anybody can do anything they want at the right time on the court. It gives the court more space and more options, B-Ron. That's why positionless basketball is so good. It gives you more options.
I hear you. I have my own thoughts on it, but they're a little. I don't articulate it very well, so I'm not gonna try to do it here. That's what this is live on air. So we can talk about it off air, my friend. I got you for sure.
Yes, I would gladly love to talk with you about it.
3-point lead here for Houston as they try to hold Xavier, but Xavier not going away as they get another stop here, and up the floor with it in transition. Scoring once again, this time Cornelius Leverett. It's a 1-point Houston lead, and Kelvin Sampson and company, they need a timeout after all of that. UCLA and USC on Thursday is the SimWorld U game of the week at 9:30 p.m. as conference play starts tomorrow. The California rivalry will get things started for those two schools in Pac-12 play. I'm so excited for that one day. Really, really looking forward to that one. And tomorrow, don't forget, more basketball here. As again, conference play begins 8 p.m. Alabama and Auburn. The Iron Bowl comes to the hardwood tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on SimWorld TV. That's the last game of the night. And then on Saturday, SimWorld Prep takes over the airwaves. Local streams start at 8 a.m. Eastern, and the championship games at 2 p.m. Eastern. That is the Canada Flight Tournament, going up to the home of the North. That is the Sandy Share Sport Complex up there in Canada. Full slate of basketball over the rest of this week as we continue to provide all of the exciting content here on SimWorld TV and various networks, ESPN, CBS here. We know CBS cares and all that stuff. Back to game action here.
Absolutely. Conference play starts this week, and if you're not watching or at that play game of the week, man, you're at square. I don't understand what you're doing. You don't love basketball. But let's get back to the action.
Yeah, one of those be there, be square moments. And you don't want to be a square, right? You don't want to be a square. And also, remember too, no one wants to be a Squidward. Remember that too. It's also very important. No one wants to be a Squidward.
And there it is. Xavier has taken the lead. Trevor with the big time post move. You know, it's looking bad for Houston right now. They need to try to get some momentum. They need to get out in transition, B-Ron.
Absolutely. The timeout didn't seem to help at all. And that's also not going to help. There's another turnover for Houston. And we've seen some sloppy plays on both sides of the ball for both teams to start the first 10 minutes of the second half. But I like what Houston's doing here, bringing the pressure. Unfortunately, Bentley got caught with the reach-in foul there.
Yes, Houston definitely needs to do something to change the pace of the game, change the move, change the energy, change the basketball. They probably need to change the color of their court. They need to change because Xavier has walked them down from 11 points. B-Ron.
Yeah, 11-point lead all the way down to now 1-point Musketeer lead as Burleson tries his luck on the way up. Can't get it to go there. Houston back on the post quickly on their side. Up and under move. No good there. Castaneda on the glass. One and done for Houston. And the Musketeers, they can pay from deep. That one, Braylon Burleson.
Oh my.
And another timeout for the Cougars. We're going to take a quick break ourselves, folks. I'm right back.
Yeah, okay. Any views expressed are the opinion of the guest. That's not a representation because the programming reflects that pole. Politicking with 4 eyes, it's really no competition. Suffocating with the dope, you know I be twisting. Real ninjas out in the field, now we cotton picking. Not to mention our intention to cover topics and many of the subjects. I got more lines than the deli at the Publix. With King Pharaoh, pole politicking, I'm pistol whipping. Rappers jeopardizing hip-hop position. My opposition, intuition, prediction like writers on The Simpsons. To witness the glimpses from higher up dimensions. My bitches be fighting gremlins like Phoebe Cates. Let me cook, stovetop oven, easy bakes. Hydroponic with them seaweed flakes. Yeah, these rappers started from the bottom, power bottom. TD Jakes, unfollowed. Talking about have you ever been swallowed? Regardless of race, color, or creed, you get Apollo. We pole, politicking, ticking, we straight pole, politicking, ticking. When it's a great show, you got to listen. Listen to that pole, politicking, ticking. This for the pole, politicking, ticking. We straight pole, politicking, ticking. When it's a great show, you got to listen. Listen to that pole, politicking, ticking.
Welcome back, everyone. Xavier out in front, and Braylon Burleson has been a big factor in their play tonight. 10 points. The numbers here on the screen. 10 points, 3 of 6 from the field. But Xavier, they figured it out here. They figured Houston out in the second half so far, Jalen.
Yes, they absolutely have. And actually, I'm going to go a little different with this one, B-Ron. It starts on the offensive end for Xavier. They're taking good shots, and they're scoring the ball, which helps their defense. And what I mean by that is Houston thrives in transition. So if Xavier takes good shots and makes shots, Xavier is able to get back and set their defense, and they forced Houston to play in their half-court setting. Houston's not comfortable, or Houston is not scoring the ball in the half-court setting. So this is why Xavier was able to walk them down and take the lead. And if they keep this up, I see Xavier winning by 10-plus points here tonight, B-Ron.
10 plus. All right, we'll see. We'll see. Maccabee draw another foul. He's been busy at the free throw line, I feel like, tonight, or at least the team overall has been busy from the free throw line. They have so far, as a team, attempted 9 free throws on the night. Maccabee's going to the line for more free throws for himself.
Yep, Maccabee. His interest off the court is fishing, B-Ron. Are you a big fisher?
I have never been fishing a day in my life.
You know, I only been a handful of times, and I can honestly tell you it is not fun. so don't go.
I have friends who would probably disagree with you there, but look, everybody has their things, right? I would like to do it once for the experience. Other than that, though, I don't know. You know, I want to experience new things, and right now Houston is experiencing a real bad time here. They saw their lead dwindle first, now playing from behind, down 4. But their crowd here is still very much into it, and that pass is not going to help at all. A floater of a pass that was not needed, and it leads to points in transition for Xavier, thanks to Cesar Castaneda. Maccabee in the not Maccabee. That was Traver in the passing lane.
Houston half-court offense is embarrassing tonight. It's like these guys forgot how to play basketball or something. They can't pass, they can't shoot, they barely dribbling the ball. I'm not understanding what's going on with Houston in the half-court.
Figuring it out there is Traver as the foul called on him. Carl Holmes go back to the free throw line for Houston. They're going to need free throws. Houston, I feel like, as we close this game out here. Right now, Houston 5 of 6 from the line after that free throw. So they've shot free throws well, which is good. I mean, and if the game stays close, you're going to need them.
Absolutely. If they could find their way to live at the free throw line instead of having to run half-court offense, Houston could probably sneak away with this game here tonight, B-Run.
That second free throw comes up short for Holmes. Just didn't get his legs under him, as that one hit the front of the rim. Normally knowing the result of not getting enough oomph under it there. Flying through the air.
Maccabee.
Maccabee, thank you. And Derek Long commits his second foul of the game. I was just impressed by the fly through the air there. Maccabee did that. Was speechless for a minute.
Absolutely, and I'm sitting here looking at Maccabee like, are you a center or are you a small forward? The way he was handling the ball and moving through traffic.
Yeah, right. Maccabee, listen here, it's 6'10", 234 pounds. And he leads the team in minutes per game. Mentioned he's the star on the team if they have one. 30.9 points per minutes per game rather. Shooting 73% from the free throw line as well.
It's safe to say he's a big part of what Xavier does and how Xavier is going to win in conference play.
They're going to need to lean on him, and leaning on a lot of people tonight is Xavier, but they're getting a team-oriented kind of game here, and you need those in a game like this, especially to fight back like they did, and now have to lead with 7:30 left in the game.
Yes, but that's the type of team Xavier is. No one on the team is going to hit you over the head with a 40-point bomb, but they're all going to get about 10 points, 12 points, and they're going to certainly just keep scoring and keep scoring and keep scoring, and to the point where you look up and they're up 10 points, but nobody has really been like, oh, shooting the lights out. No, they just been constantly getting the ball to the right person, making the correct shots.
Right place, right time was Burleson to draw the foul, charge foul. Second charge foul of the game. You see Kelvin Sampson there, not happy with the foul call there. And Xavier gonna take a timeout here after the charging call. Look, you guys here watching us on YouTube, we appreciate you here. We want to let you know there are more places you can support us as well. Facebook, TikTok, now that it's back, X, Instagram, all those places. SimWorld 4K, most places, SimWorld Sports on Facebook. Do us a favor, follow us on social media and all those places. Spread the word about us on those places as well. Word of mouth is the best way to help us grow and continue to reach more people and get them involved in the most immersive, in-depth experience you will find anywhere in the world, on the dang planet, in Bizarro World, Earth 2, whatever else you want to say. You're not going to find it anywhere else but here. But here. And look, Jay, I know you got 5 minutes, right? You got 5 minutes in the day to pop in and check out what's going on in the media feed. I do.
I got 5 minutes, and honestly, I'll try to spend about 15 on how good the content is, B-Ron. You know, it's so engaging and attractive. I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to do it.
Right, exactly. And that could be great. That could be picking up the spin move there as Derek Long picks up his third foul of the game, and he might have to sit now with 6 minutes left in the game. I don't know if he's sitting for long, but do you think that you consider putting Long on the bench at the stage of the game with the game the way it is?
I think Houston has the personnel to play defense without Long. They just don't bring in another 7-footer in Casongo who rebounds and blocks shots.
Yeah, can't throw Abraham Casongo as well. Maccabee does hit the first one. We mentioned the height earlier of this this Houston. Interior, Carl Holmes 6'7", David Casongo 7 feet, Derek Long also 7 feet. Those are the 3 guys in the interior for Houston that can make life hard, as Maccabee can't stretch it to 10. Hanging on a single digit at 9 for now.
Long has remained in the game, so apparently Kelvin Sampson trusts him with the foul issues. Let's see how he holds up.
Yeah, and when you're in foul trouble, especially in a game like this where you're trying to get back into it, how does that affect you as a player on the court out there, trying to play your style of play, but while not, getting even more in trouble with fouls?
It's tough because when you're down, you have to be aggressive, and aggressive means contact. And most of the time, you have to force the contact. But if you force it a little too much, the ref might call the offensive foul, or if you be a little too aggressive on defense, one wrong bump could get you in big time trouble. Right now, you're in trouble, but big time trouble is really bad.
Big time trouble now, indeed, for Houston, perhaps, as they are now trailing by 11 after that last basket from Lamarian Traver there.
Yes, and you just have to love how Xavier's being so patient and getting a shot they want every time down the court. This is beautiful. It's their senior leadership. They're out there leading their guys.
Patient while keeping their foot on the gas, too.
Absolutely.
I think that's one of the things that I like to see from the Xavier is that they've not let up despite the lead. And like you said, they're keeping the patience while keeping the pressure at the same time.
Yes, they have. And an observation of mine, I think Maccabee has taken over this game, B-Ron. He gets the ball, he makes plays for his other teammates, he's been getting to the free throw line, and their league has stretched.
Yeah, they let him go to work, and right there, saw Carl Holmes going to work there, flying through the sky. Take a look in a book, read Rainbow Carl Holmes. They're going to pay attention now. They needed that one big time there, Jay.
Yes, hopefully that could go get some momentum going. Hopefully he gets that picture after the game and signs it and put it up on his wall.
Yeah, need that one. Maybe Novik can get that one too. Straver with his second foul of the game, and now he's going to exit. They look the bench for a little bit. We're under 5 minutes now, 4:49 left in this one, 63-54. Xavier out in front here. B-Ron, Snipper J on the call. We're just tuning in for the latter half of this game. Houston led for a majority of it, but Xavier clawed their way back and took the lead in the second half and haven't really let up since. And now strong defense on both sides. Steal for steal and no points, but nothing there either. That's a backbreaker for Houston potentially. Maccabees half spin, but get that out of here. Says Carl Holmes. Send that one to the shadow run.
Yep, Holmes with the excellent timing on the block. That's big time athleticism. Maybe that could spark a momentum for the Houston Cougars.
Yeah, those are the kinds of plays that I think that as a team's trailing, you need those. And look at that. You got to steal. Got to finish it though. And they do. Nicely done in transition. Getting the steal and the points on the other end was Houston there, and that was Kola Abduraouf doing all the legwork there.
We call that a pick six, baby, all the way to home. All the green to the touchdown. That's a pick six.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that time, Houston's defense stepping up there. Derek Long, the hands up because no fouling as well. Raouf attacking, and he gets his shot rejected by Everett.
Yep. And it's a block party out here in the last 4 minutes of this game. Everybody's blocking shots all of a sudden.
Score is, man, the freshmen, or where they're always located, on the bench. 63-56, 3:25 left in this one. Stonewall back out to Abduraouf as Houston continues to work this one around. Raouf with the floater, good!
Raouf really showing off that he was African Player of the Year with that boys and that big basket right there. That's a big time bucket for the Houston Cougars. They're cutting the lead.
Cutting into it at the right time too, as the crowd has gotten back into it here at the Pitta Center. They absolutely need something to cheer about. Houston giving them a lot to do so here as we wind down the game. The defense from Houston, Castaneda fires a three, no good.
Excellent defense the last couple possessions from Houston. They're guarding Maccabee in the post and they're contesting shots. They're doing a good job.
They seem to have figured it out. Was there. Strong defense from Musketeers on a poor shot selection there, though. Reynolds to the rim. Get out of here! The block from Derek Long and Houston in general. Phenomenal defense. Go ahead, Jay.
Houston may have figured out on the offense, on the defensive end, but the game is about getting buckets, V-Ron. They need to figure it out on the offensive end.
Agreed, especially now. At this end of the game, you can't afford to trade baskets. Getting stops is one thing, but like you said, you have to score on the other end.
Yes, they do. Now, Xavier with this favorable matchup.
Yeah, mid-range jumper from Leverett does not fall there. Houston back up the floor with it here. Pass inside to Holmes. Holmes, turnaround. Gets blocked. Burleson grabbing the rebound off the block as they slow the pace down here. Xavier, as we are under a minute 50, and Maccabee unable to score there. Holmes brings up the floor.
They need to score right here. They need to score right here, D-Ron. This is a big play for Houston. Yeah,
they need the basket here, and they're not going to get it. And we're going to take a chance. No, as well. Back-to-back denials from Xavier on the three-pointer. Does not go. This is a deep two. Either way, it didn't fall regardless. Abduraouf now has on perimeter. Back inside to Holmes. Holmes now off the glass. Can't get it either. Interior defense holding strong for the Musketeers as we are under a minute left. Houston, we have a problem. Trailing under a minute left to go this one. The one-footed jumper, redemption. Oh, man, from Derek Long. And now the Cougars and Kelvin Sampson took a timeout. One left for them. I need a break. Rest my voice for the final few seconds here. This one, be right back, folks.
Hey, who's this?
Oh, that's Kyle. He aced his 5th grade geography class.
Huh.
You see, now that we're using FedEx to ship globally, I have to learn all the countries again, so I brought in Kyle as a consultant. Did you know that we have customers in Czechoslovakia?
Actually, it's called the Czech Republic.
Yes, Kyle. You are a lifesaver. And without Kyle, I never would have heard of that new country called Buttheadistan.
We understand you want to grow internationally. FedEx serves over 220 countries and territories.
Welcome back, everyone. Final 43 seconds of this one. Been led by defense, especially from Xavier and Cornelius Leopard. 4 blocks in the game total. But him and Malam Maccabee, big blocks down the stretch here for Musketeer.
Absolutely. Leverage been coming up big at the rim. He's been protecting the 10, as some would say. He's been looking like Ben Wallace down there, as I heard somebody in the crowd say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's looked really good for Xavier this last few possessions, the final minutes of the game. And this one winds down. They're going to need a lot more of that defense that Xavier has exhibited to close this one out.
Yes, they will.
They're knocking on the door, Jay, but, you know, need a little bit more.
Right, yeah, right now they got to get a quick 2-point shot. They need to get downhill, get a foul call, and get a bucket.
We'll see what they do here. They go inside to Carl Holmes here, and Holmes draws the contact from Leverett.
Perfect.
And that's his second foul of the game.
That's perfect, B-Ron. They got the foul called. They got a chance to score the ball when the clock is not moving, so they're cutting into the league and still have more time. This is perfect for Houston. This is exactly what they wanted coming out that timeout.
And this is the guy that you don't want to foul if you're Xavier, because Holmes tonight from the line, 3 for 4 from the line so far in the game. He can make it a 3-point game. He gets them both. And of course, he misses the first one, right?
That's a tough miss. They really needed that one to go in. I mean, they needed both of these free throws so the game could be a 1-possession game.
Yeah. When you're down at this point, with, you know, again, under a minute left, 30, 40 seconds left, you need as little possession as possible to go in your favor. And right now, Houston doesn't have it. We're gonna timeout for Xavier as a good throw from Holmes, 53-59. So that does help a bit. But if you're Kelvin Sampson, what are you telling your guys here as we're down to the final few seconds of this one, final 30 seconds of this?
Absolutely. If I'm Kelvin Sampson, I'm telling my guys it's not over. 32.9 seconds is a very long time. I'm telling my team I have won games like this, being down more points. I'm giving them all the confidence, and I'm telling them to foul right off the bat. I'm telling them to foul the worst free throw shooter on Xavier's team, and hopefully we can get some misses and we can get some buckets on offense. And by the last 15-ish, 10 seconds, we had a 1-possession game, and it's our ball, and we have a chance to tie or win the game.
Oh, so you're not waiting. You're starting the foul game early.
I gotta start it early. We're down 2 possessions. We need a little bit of luck. We need Xavier to miss some free throws. We need a little bit of luck, and we need some buckets, B-Ron. We need to start right now.
Makes sense. Wilson will take your advice on the inbound here. They do, in fact, take your advice. I'm glad they're listening to you. As Kirkpatrick picked up his second on the intentional foul, and this here at the line is Braylon Burleson, senior, on this Musketeer squad. This is the first of the 1-1 here. Not in the goal, but not in the bonus just yet. I'm wrong. Oh, bonus, the bonus is here. 1-1. That means I'm right. I'm right. I got my wording confused in my head here, Jay. But we figured it out.
You good, B-Ron. You good, B-Ron.
Yeah, we figured it out, and so did Burleson there. Perfect from the line, got them both. 65-59, and the Cougars will burn their final timeout here of the game. You think that's a mistake to burn that one there?
I'm not sure, B-Ron. I'm be honest with you. I think Burleson put the nail in the coffin on those last 2 free throws. I know Houston has shot the ball well from the 3-point line today in the first half, but I just can't see them pulling this one out here tonight, especially when they have to make 3-pointers down the stretch. And Xavier knows that, so they're going to be highly contested 3-point shots. I don't think Houston. I'm not going to say they don't have the personnel to do it. I don't think they have the confidence to make the shots right now, B-Ron. If I'm being completely honest with you.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the kicker right there, is the confidence, right? Because Houston right now They are shooting 50% from deep. So that is actually well above their percentage on the season total. For reference, 29% as a team on three-point land on the season. So well above it. But yeah, I have the confidence. We'll see what happens here though. 25 seconds left in the game here. Freddie Stonewall has it. They're taking a lot of time on the possession here. Backstep jumper, good. 4-point lead for the Musketeers. Stonewall gets a big bucket there. But with that final timeout here for Musketeers, we're going to take our final one as well. I'm right back for the conclusion, folks. Right back.
Hey, it's Henry Martell, and I just joined SimWorld Hoops. If you like hoops as much as art, then you gotta check them out. It's a Discord server, discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops. It's really the ultimate virtual basketball experience. Like, this isn't your average game. It's like stepping into your own basketball world. And whether you're like a player or a fan, it's time to see the game be the game.
I had an idea in my head. I pictured this going differently. I meant every word that I said. You should have spoken.
Hey, it's Henry Martell.
Welcome back, everyone, as we come back to an intentional foul from Cole Abduraouf as Houston continues to try and hold the lead where it is at now 4. Marco Nesbitt heads to the line, and you hear the Houston crowd getting into it, trying to distract Nesbitt and make these free throws tough on him. 1-and-1 for Xavier. First one, good. Nesbitt. One more here, and I think now we can say it was a 5-point lead, 6-point lead with 13 seconds left. How we call it good, but maybe not yet. This free throw did Nesbitt. But yeah, need a 3 right here. Stonewall for it, no good. And Xavier grabs a rebound, and now we can put this one to bed.
Absolutely. Xavier completed the comeback in the second half, really figured things out.
This is a comeback that's going to haunt Houston for a while because they only scored 18 points total in the second half. That is not. This is not good. Put it
not good at all, B-Ron. Not good at all.
Not good at all. And what makes it worse is they're going to extend their losing streak to now 6 in a row with this loss here tonight. Xavier snaps their 4-game losing streak as they go to 5-11 on the year. Xavier completes the comeback and wins 68-61. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight here on CBS for SimWorld U coverage on CBS here, our partners at YouTube SimWorld TV. For Cyber J, all the guys and gals in the production truck, I'm B-Ron. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for more SimWorld U basketball. And remember, SimWorld's the only place where you can see the game, be the game. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sports.